Alright folks, let's go ahead and get started. I'm Bjornia Valley, and welcome to a game about feeding a black hole. This is a game by, I don't remember the name of the studio. I watch his YouTube channel though, Aarimous. He didn't sponsor this or anything. I just think it's funny when you're like, yeah, I know who this person is, but you don't say that, you just say, oh, I know them. It's like, so when a Star Magic Friends talks about knowing Brian from Hermitcraft all the time, and I'm like, no, you know of them, and they're like, oh no, I know, I watched all their stuff. I'm basically one of their friends, and I'm like, that's not how this works. Anyways, if you haven't checked out Aarimous, I think he's, I don't want to give 100% endorsement because every once in a while he says something and I go, I don't agree with that, but I feel like that's a pretty normal bar, right? So as long as you recognize that he's a person, and and I'm allowed to hear him say stuff and go, I don't know about that, but at the same time acknowledge that he has more, games released on Steam than I do, and whereas how do I phrase this? I think he is now where I was 20 years ago, but no, he is now where I am 19 years ago, and last year he was where I was 20 years ago. No, that's not the right way to phrase. I'm saying this all wrong. He's succeeding. I didn't succeed, so I'm living a little vicariously through his success, and I think that's great. So this is a cool looking game. It's a game about feeding a black hole. It's exactly up my alley of things I like to do in my free time. So we're just gonna give it a shot, see how it goes. That was probably a weird intro that didn't exactly present everything the way I wanted it to, but this is what it is. Go check out Aarimus's channel. I send all my students there. They all want to be game designers, so I'm always like, go check out this guy. He says if you can't hack these levels of feels and these levels of uncertainty, then you probably need to reevaluate whether you can do game design full time. So game about feeding, I don't know anything about it. I literally did not watch what he was doing. Okay, it's a click. Am I okay? I'm not clicking, I'm hovering. And I've got a timer. Okay, so this is a really standard, we made a baby black hole that big. This is a real standard format for games lately, where you've got a timer and you click and you've got rounds and you just perform better every one of these rounds. This is not my favorite format for incremental, but it is a very standard one right now. So let's see, we got upgrades. We have $4 and we can increase the session timer, which is probably fine. Continue. And the first round you always suck because you literally don't know what you're doing. But as long as I get to a new thing that goes in the black hole before the tick goes to the next attack, I'm optimizing each round. Okay, that's actually really cool. We got all that stuff. We did 18 damage, 18 breaker clicks. If our time is 14, I don't know how frequently we're doing our attacks. But let's see, what did it say? Yeah, currently 14. So how did we do 18 damage? I don't know. Maybe we hit something twice. Breaker radius, that's a good one. We want to increase that. We want to increase damage to 2. That'll do. So we should see a huge benefit this round. Yes. Oh, that's how we did it. So right here. Okay, we got 2 asteroids at once, and that was an achievement. Nice. Okay, out of time. Nice. Okay, so we actually... Oh, we got the same number of breaker clicks, 18. So it's not, it must be like 0.75 seconds per click. And we don't have to actually click. The clicking happens automatically. And it's funny to me because it's, I've got the door open. So it's very humid out here. It's very cold out, but it's very humid in here with the cold, which means that my mouse pad is all sticky. And so the little minute adjustments are hard. All right, number of asteroids. Yeah, we want to increase that because that means we can hit more things. Sure, this is very well constrained. I like the not having to think about what you're doing next. There's only one option. seems constraining, but it makes the game more enjoyable. You don't actually want choice. You think you do, but choice in a game like this is the paradox of choice, not actually choice. Oh, hey, look, our black hole is getting bigger and bigger every time. Nice. Okay. We have 21 coins. Break the radius back up or increase the damage, or both. No, not both. This one will mean that we can just bounce between them. That's probably the best plan, right? So I can go doot, 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 doot. Yep, that was the right choice. And once we get further out like this, they're further away from each other, so we can't get doubles as often. Okay, okay. I see what you're putting down there, Aarimous. This is, so far. The game design is obviously going to become looser as it goes further out. Critical damage chance, don't care. Critical damage chance, don't care. Breaker speed, 125%. Do care. But I think radius is better at this point, because then we can get more doubles more often. So the question is, are we going to get the doubles a quarter of the time? I don't know. Let's just grab it. It's fine. All right, so we got a bigger radius. Yes. Nice. Okay, this is... I thought he was talking up his game a little bit too much on his channel, which, you know, it's his channel. He's allowed to talk up his own game. But I thought he was maybe talking up a bit much. But this is nice. This is smooth. This is a little cleaner than I was really honestly expecting. And I know that that's big talk, but, you know. Let's see. And number of asteroids bumped up. We want these two. I don't care about the critical. I never really do. But, okay. So we got lots more this time. We might be able to get up to a size 1. Remember, it's better to be correct than... No. Fast than optimal, I guess is the right term. If I sat around and tried to figure out where the best place to go at any given time, I'm going to mess a lot. So I'm just going to see what makes the most sense. Okay, so I don't know why I would want critical damage. Asteroid size 1 to 2. Nice. All right, well, we'll do that. Breaker speed increase again. All right. And continue. And bloosh, 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 bloosh. Okay, so we're no longer hitting them all in one hit, which makes... Oh, wait, maybe we are. Some of them are, some of them aren't. Gotcha. Okay. Feed the black hole enough to cause it to grow. Main game mode. Okay. So we got a tiny black hole. Cool. Moving on. We get 125% to 150%. Breaker speed. Okay. Breaker. And breaker damage 3 to 4 or asteroid size 2 to 3. Now that's an interesting question. I don't know. We'll go with asteroid size because I'm having to click on things twice anyways. I assume the lack of color here is intentional. Oh, that little warp symbol, the like bloop, bloop, is it when it grows in size? Nice. Okay. And we can see it's just a little bit bigger. Okay, okay. Again, everything's nice and tight and clean. I like it. Breaker damage 3 to 4. Breaker speed. And I assume that the top branch here is building into something that we're going to see when we go down to these bottom ones. Is there an end point to the game? And then, you know, new layers of prestiging, I guess, would be the question. We'll go ahead and do these ones. They're familiar. And then the mass increases. So what's the difference between the mass and the size? I didn't realize that we were being picky. Okay, so 2 hits is not always enough to get them. And we haven't gotten a time increase since the first upgrade, I think. Okay, we have 100, and that's enough for the mass increase. And damage, and so we probably... Oh, those are both breaker damage. From 4 to 5, and this one's from 4 to 6. Well, obviously we want that one, but we'll see. I keep checking, but I should check again. Let's see. So that's 300. Actually, that's not bad when the black hole grows. So right now we can barely get to grow to the first stage. So at that point, oh, some of these are bigger, not all of them. There is the color. Okay. So color signifies something, and we care about the color. But I don't know what it is yet. That progressive revelation is one of my favorite bits about games like this, of just figuring out what means what. Okay, so we have 212. That's not worth getting yet, but we can get both of these. That's 6 to 7, and this one will bring us critical damage chance. Don't care. Critical damage bonus. Don't care. We'll just grab one of them. That's fine. It amuses me when they've got dollars as the currency. Like, why is dollars the currency? It's literally a space game about black holes. So are you expecting me to add the story there? Like I said, I just purposely didn't watch any of his videos about this game because he was hyping it up so much that I really wanted to go in semi-blind. But, you know. Anyways, that one is $1 billion. $1 billion. And then asteroid mass up to 190%, which means that we're going to get a new color, or is it still going to be orange? I'm hoping you can get the sound. I might turn the sound up a little bit. Actually, I wonder where the music come from. Did you design the music yourself, or am I going to get copyright struck again? I guess it's a little too late to check. Let's see. I'm going to escape out here, main menu real quick, because I was going to check the settings. That's why I was playing with the menu over there. Let's see, runtime or dark mode. Main volume is fine. Music volume, I'm going to turn that up just a notch as long as we've got it going. You all can chill out and listen to it. Shuffle music, language, English, full screen. 144 is the FPS limit. That seems a weird number, but okay. Controller says, is there? I could play this on a controller. I just assumed you couldn't. Well, let's try that. Floating money text, blah, 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 black hole pulse. Yeah, okay, we want all the rest of that. That's fine. Settings. Play. Normal mode. It didn't reset, did it? No. Okay, this is actually weird. I don't feel like I have anywhere near as much control with the controller. But obviously that's cool because it makes it easier to port to console. All right, we got 654. Oh, I pushed A and it sent me to the upgrades. Okay, so we want, oof. Okay, nope, I don't like the controller. Sorry, buddy. Mouse is better. All right, time added when black hole grows. So that's actually going to be big because we at least get a little bit of time for the first one, and hopefully it'll give us enough time to move to the next one, and chance to add time when the black asteroid is destroyed, or number of asteroids. Oh, we actually want that. We want more asteroids so we can destroy them. So that'll happen when we move up to a tiny black hole, and hopefully this will be enough for us to move to a small black hole. Although I think that iterative time would have been more useful. Or, sorry, the iterative increase in spawning. Whatever, what was the one? Add time when an asteroid is destroyed. That one's the big. So we practically need both of these in order to move to the next level. It is interesting because there are tiers to this. But it's not like a clicky game where they like flat out tell you, right? Like you're in tier 2. You have increased this level. It's very much more holistic. Which is kind of cool. Okay. Oh wait, still didn't get to tier 2. All right, well, we are asteroid spawn. Yeah, we want that. 7 to 10 for breaker damage. Probably that one. Although we are running out of asteroids to break. It's funny how you you naturally also go around in a circle like this. Oh, we just grew. Cool. Very zen. Very zone out and do what you're doing. All right, 600 to get Add time when an asteroid is destroyed. Spawn new asteroid when this asteroid is destroyed. That's going to be the one we want, because even though these are, it's all probably about the same. I'd be interested to see the math behind any of the analyses they did on the effectiveness of each upgrade. But I also feel like I'm talking too much, and I just want to enjoy the... Well, if he made a game for his own amusement, it is very much a game in line with my amusement. He just had a new video today about how things are going for him, and I'm glad. I like to see people succeed. All right, asteroid spawned, or chance to add time, probably the chance to add time, or asteroid mass. I don't know what that does for us. That's the problem. Do that one. We might be able to get both of the next ones this time. Oh, that one was a blank. I didn't realize it gives you a different sound when you miss. I was supposed to be playing Dragon Quest today, but I thought the Steam sale was going to end, so I was like, I'm going to go buy a couple of games. I didn't buy anything at all this cycle, and got a couple of zone outs I need to do. Breaker radius, plus 10%. Ooh. We're already at 325%. When did that happen? I think probably that one. I've been playing those 4X games. We really need to... I don't know that that was as useful as I wanted it to be. Okay, well, we're getting close to the third tier. Oh no, we didn't. We only... what did I do wrong? Mass, or... We'll do that one. We get more asteroids. It doesn't really matter. Each asteroid, all that matters is how they're stacked at a certain point. But, you know, it's dimensionalities of growth. So if they're all stacked really nicely, but it takes me like 1,000,000 hits to get them, then that doesn't help either. Out of time already, man. What in the world? Okay. Something changed. Breaker damage. Is it me? Did I change? Maybe I just got lucky on a couple of those earlier runs, and I was spawning a lot more time, and since it's... Oh, see? Okay. The two. Still not as good as some of them. Mass. We're doing 1 run per upgrade. Oh, hey! It's yellow when it gets to the certain mass. Okay, and I can't tell... Is mass making it... So, like, is size making it harder to break, or is mass making it harder to break, or is that both? But definitely getting a lot more money out of the big ones. Maybe I should be targeting the big ones. I've been targeting the small ones. Let's see, earn $1,000 in a session. The upgrade. And we have breaker speed, asteroid mass. Let's go with breaker speed and asteroid mass. Oh, that was another breaker speed. Whatever. All right, let's aim for the yellow ones. What I was saying earlier, it's interesting how you kind of naturally follow the pattern of the Coriolis effect. Oh, how? Okay, yeah, definitely aim for the biggest ones. That obviously makes sense. I don't know why I wouldn't have just considered that. Okay, so we have spawn new asteroids is a huge upgrade. Breaker damage. Breaker radius. Those are all great upgrades. Let's do that one. And what is this one? Breaker radius. So speed and chance. Let's do that one. So we're getting close to the end of this. We're We're getting close to the end of this branch, which I assume means that we're going to move on to another branch here in a second. It also makes me wonder, I've always wondered this. I know some games, the developers just get really good at it. Is a clicky game like this, do you actually get good at it, or do you aim for average? Because, you want to be good at the games you're playing, but at the same token, okay, so we can get kind of 3. And it gives us different music for having 3. Nice. Right, you want to be good at what you're doing, but at the same token, if you were just average, you'd have the best chance of building your game out for the largest part of your audience, right? Like, apparently, and I'm just learning this now, Hollow Knight Silksong is a really hard game, and Star Magic can't stop talking up how it's redefined her view of games forever, which I think is funny. All right, 5,000, and we've bumped up to a shrimp black hole. Need more Katamari references in my life, though. Okay, so this goes from 1,800 to 101 million. This one's 10,000. So obviously this is the next one we're going for. So we need another 6,000 to get spawn electric astro. Oh, well, that was unexpected. Cool. Oh, that was fast. Whatever we're doing it fast now. So what's interesting also is that there's a market cap almost for your stage based on the probability that you spawn a new asteroid and the amount of time that's going to go. You could potentially... Okay, so I'm teaching a class on networking. Hold on. You could model every one of these runs as a network. Okay, I've been thinking about doing a game. Just not anything this complex. Just like a stupid little text-based game for... Wow. Wow. Interesting. Okay. Maybe I'll hit him up and see if he wants to give me a couple of free keys. And I could have my students do a network, because we're doing network. So the game is about computer networks. The class is computer networks. And we're not supposed to cover network calculus, but I'm like, you have to see what's coming up later. Some students are only ever going to take one class on network calculus. So if they're going to take this one class of network calculus ever in their career, maybe I want to at least expose them to what the next class would have in it. So we have 1 week at the very end where we cover network calculus. But I want them to be exposed to those concepts in a extra credit fashion throughout the rest of the semester if we could. And I wonder if, so you've got arrival curves and service curves. And obviously the black hole is the service curve. But it's not really the black hole, because the black hole is an infinite service curve, right? It can take as much as we spit into it. So what's really the service curve is a ratio of our, not a ratio, some function, S of t, of our click damage, our location. Yeah, and that's the burstiness is our location. But so it's going to be a function of damage times rate times area, and then location will determine burstiness, but the location is going to be based on where these guys are, which means that the arrival curve. But even then, so you've got kind of a 2-stage service curve there of the stage itself is got an arrival curve feeding into where your cursor is, which has got its own service curve, which is consuming the asteroids and then producing an arrival curve for the asteroid itself. Interesting. So there's at least 2 or 3, and then yeah, okay. I'm convincing myself that this is a valid exercise to give the students. I wonder if my son will let me bring. Maybe I'll do that. I'll bring Mr. Super's Steam Deck in for the first class, and and I'll just spend the first little bit playing this on the Steam Deck, and maybe we'll see. Anyway, so we're gonna get some electric asteroids now. See, and this is where it's gonna get a little weird, right? Because oh man, I don't know what that does. What does an electric asteroid do for us? Oh, it zapped all the other asteroids. Okay. Interesting. So now we always want to aim for electric asteroids, even if it's a smaller mass, especially if it's a big massive electric ones like that. Okay, we had 6,000 next time, and we got about 6,000 this time. Okay, I very rarely feel like I see the connections as strongly as I want to, but that was a good connection there. Asteroid mass or electric asteroid damage, probably. They're both good. They're both worth the same amount, which means that they're both worth the same amount. Breaker damage is higher. Okay, fine, whatever. I wonder if we get more by going counter rotation. I feel like we are, because, oh man, he is right on that curve. This is very satisfying. I liked the game about mining to the core of a planet. Was it called Core Miner? I don't remember. Yeah, we got more. Okay, I like that game, but it wasn't. The gameplay itself wasn't satisfying like this one is. This is well done. I like this. Electric asteroid damage or asteroid mass. This will give us a new color, so let's do that. It's green, as one would expect. I like how it goes bloop bloop right away. Okay, so we're already at 3. And we're going to try going backwards. Oh, so is there a total amount of mass per stage? And when we increase the asteroid mass, it means that there's fewer asteroids in the start? That doesn't seem right. Maybe it zoomed out further, and that's why it looks like there's... That's why it looks like there's fewer. Nice, we got 20,000. Okay, so earn 10,000 in a session. The achievement. We can get electric asteroid damage, critical damage chance for the electric asteroids, or breaker damage. Probably this one. 2 points on that seems like a better deal. Either way. It's all right. Now I'm all focused on. Now I'm all focused on network calculus. I don't want to jinx myself, but I don't feel like I'm as good at network calculus and some of the theoretical concepts as I want to be. It's why I teach it, because okay, so we're almost at the next tier. I want to get good, and you get good by challenging yourself. So that's on my list of things to get better at here in the near future. But I'm trying to just calculate, how does that work? Electric asteroid damage increase again, sure. Okay. Yep, digging the music. Hope I don't get copyright struck. I just got that copyright struck on a couple of the videos from earlier this week. And it's really irritating because it's not the actual copyright holders. It's some random scammer. I don't know what you would call them. But I was like, you don't own the copyright for this. I know you don't, because I know who owns it. And it's not you. And it's just these real short segments. And I'm sure that they just get a bunch of money. And then they get the ad revenue for the random videos. But how much ad revenue are you getting off my videos? I don't know. Maybe they think they own it. Maybe they own it within a certain narrow context. Oh, man, I don't know. But I was really irritated. I don't even make any ad revenue off of it. But like this one, so there's two kinds of copyright strikes in my opinion. There's legitimate and illegitimate, which obviously. So on my Kinseed videos, those ones I just let stand, right? Because that's a whole big mess, and legitimately I did not have the right to use. Well, I did, because it's fair use, but Kinseed, the company that made it, didn't have the rights to pass on to me. So it's, theft from, I don't know. There's a term for it, and I don't know what it is, but basically, because I didn't actually have, max chains. We want that. Let's do that. Because I didn't have the clean hands, I guess. Something. I had clean hands. They didn't have clean hands. I don't know. There's a doctrine in there. There's a legal doctrine, and I'm not a lawyer, and I don't care. And it's really hard to figure out what legal terms are outside of my field when I'm trying to feed a black hole here. And the point is that the copyright claim seems legitimate, right? Like, could you imagine if somebody stole your music? And as much as I don't believe in, intellectual property per se, gosh, it's so easy to say stuff glibly. That's not what I mean, but close enough. It's I can see somebody being real frustrated with, but they didn't have the rights to let other people have these rights. We didn't sell them those rights. I can see that, and I don't have any problem with, okay, well, I'll take the hit for that because, mistakes happen. It is what it is. But the one where, like, no, I have the rights because that's part of owning the property. The game company owned them because they produced it. Oh, hey, was that 4? And that means that I have the right to use this in this particular way, blah, blah, blah. That, and then some random, it was like a South American company, was making a claim on a JRPG. Okay, we have very small now. The South American company was making a claim on the rights to the music in a Japanese-made role-playing game, where I know the Japanese company has an in-house composer, which means it's possible. So the thing is, okay, they also did a composition strike against my video. Okay, it doesn't matter. It's a video with like 15 views. It's not. It just doesn't matter. It just irritates me when people do things wrong. So, yeah, there's that. Anyways, we want chance to fork. Well, yes, sir. I definitely want a chance to fork. Sorry, that sounded. I didn't mean that to be dirty or anything. That was. I literally wanted to. I'm trying to watch it. Yeah. Sometimes it splits, and they both go the same distance. So 20% of the time, I get double lightning. Yeah, like that. Okay, and that's all very good for us, and we get time for every one of those that splits off. That's good. Okay, I'm moving too fast, and I'm not breaking the asteroids. Okay, asteroid matter, planet cores. Okay, so we're gonna get big enough here in a little bit. 1 quintillion, 100 million. Oh, upgrade asteroids to planets. Nice. Okay, so that's at 100 million, and we are not anywhere close to that, but we are getting there. Okay, asteroid max chains. That's probably the one we want. Chance to fork, doubled. Or breaker damage. I want that one. That one's most interesting looking. Also, it brings us to asteroid mass to a new color. Nice. Okay. All the meanwhile. Oh, man. Look at how much it's... That's crazy. This is fun. I like this. This is such a stupid game. You made a stupid game that I'm enjoying very much. Look at that. It like just wipes out the entire section of the asteroid field. We made it to 4, right? And this is us progressing through 4 a little bit. Nice. See, that was just satisfying right there. Okay, it made 60,000. That means we can make 2 of these 30,000 upgrades. Oh, dang it. Okay, or we can do that one. Let's do that one. Unlock 50 upgrades. Nice. Okay, we have blue ones now, which is what we want to emphasize. Okay, so there's size, which is literally how big it is, and then there is mass, which is, I guess, how much it's worth. So size and mass don't correlate either one of them to how many hits it takes, but maybe sometimes they do. That's the part I can't figure out. Oh man, we kind of cleared it out a little bit. Not as good as last time, but I'm okay with that. Let's see. Let's go ahead and do that one. And we're just kind of slowly make our way. And I appreciate, like, I don't... I've played a few of these, especially, like, there's a couple of online ones on the Broken Mouse Convention subreddit, which I have to stay away from regularly. Otherwise, I spend way too much time on clicky games. But that was... Oh, wow. We made 106,000. Nice. No, we didn't. Yeah, we made 80,000. I see. Okay, so we did 5,000 electric damage, 7,000 breaker damage, 2,000 critical damage, and 77 breaker clicks. Okay. I don't remember what I was gonna bloviate about. Something fascinating, I'm sure. Anyways, we did damage, electric asteroid, critical damage bonus, and electric asteroid chance to fork. They're all gonna fork now. So I guess every time it hits, it has a chance to fork. So we're not doing more damage with that, but we are. Yeah, it's interesting. Okay, so the fact that there's time, how does that change the network calculus? I think it's literally just time. One of the things that's difficult for me to remember is that when you're looking at the math for, the network calculus evaluations, and I'm not writing anything down, this is all just noodling off the top of my head while I'm trying to feed a black hole mind, is, wow, why is that going from 70% to 75%? Why is that such a big bonus? Because 100% means that you're never losing the number of asteroids and the field is always as dense. So we're actually reducing the drop in density by 16.6% by doing this. So it's really almost a 20% bump, not a 5% bump. Which is what we needed, because it's not that we were emptying the field, but we were our late. I wonder if you could do network calculus for like any mining incremental game, like a factory game. I mean, I know you can, but how useful would it be? It's funny too, because it's not that I don't know that these things exist, but I'm not thinking about it because I'm not emphasizing. Okay, we earned 100,000 in one session, we get an achievement. I haven't been thinking about network calculus off the top of my head for years. Breaker speed or breaker radius. Both of them are basically the same in my mind. So breaker speed. Yeah, I can't even tell the difference in the speed. I don't feel like I got very many asteroids to start with this time. But it's funny because I've been thinking about network calculus because I wrote the book and then I'm doing the class on it. Sorry, I wrote the book, or not the book, but a book on network calculus. Mathematicians will write a better book on network calculus than I will, but I would be good at teaching. So mine is probably almost as good a book in terms of what students want to learn. All right, we'll do breaker radius. It's fine. And then I've obviously got to prep my class on it. So I'm just thinking about it. And when you're, thinking about it, then you want to apply it to everything. Just like when I was doing data structures last semester, I had tried to apply data structures to everything. I'm trying to evaluate everything in context of how does this apply in the data structures world? And all of this is also, I want to, that was a lot. Yeah. Oh, no, almost 100,000. So it's like every once in a while we get a really good run, and I can't figure out what makes the really good run a really good run. Let's do this one. So if it's like we're narrowing in right there, that makes me more content. Anyways, I'm not an expert. Well, depends on your definition of expert, I guess. But compared to a 4-year-old, I know more about network calculus. But somebody who specializes on doing nothing but network calculus, somebody who's very much on the theoretical side, even somebody who does academic practice, right? Like they're maybe they're in a research. Ooh, we have almost. Well, we haven't actually almost cleared it out, but it feels like it. There's not many blues left. This is gonna be a good one. That was a really long run too. Okay, we got up to 5. We got to small black hole. We made 138 that time. Nice. That was a good run. We can get this asteroid mass 410 to 460, and then the next one is going to be another mass upgrade, which means we get occasionally another color. But this means that we're gonna have a lot more blues. Yes, good. And the fact that we have all those extra blues means that we're going to get just more money and more upgrades and more things. And this is just nice and chill. I was going to play Dragon Quest, but I'm glad I picked this one instead. Yeah, it's what so now now I'm going to try to relate everything in my life to asteroids and black holes, because I'm going to be seeing this. I'm going to be seeing this all day in my eye closed area. Oh wow, 3 times as much. That was good. This one, asteroid mass, we get a new color and chance to spawn a golden asteroid. Okay, so we are not anywhere near this one or this one or this one, so we still have a ways to go down this line. But the game itself, this is well done. I really want to know. The programming itself doesn't interest me. The programming is just a bunch of decisions that I understand, but it's the testing. I'd love to know a bit more about the testing process from his perspective. How did he do the testing? How did they make the decisions on the math? How did they progress? I want to know the iterative process of making your iterative game. All right, we got to 6, which means we're at a halfling. We got 1.1 million. Nice. Okay, we didn't get him in 1 round though, which is when we get the achievement. All right, chance to spawn a golden asteroid. And remember that 10% is basically a guaranteed because we're destroying hundreds of asteroids, right? So it's not a question of are we going to spawn a golden asteroid? It's how many are we going to spawn? We can get golden asteroid bonus money scale. Okay, so 50%. I don't know what that means. 50 to 125% plus 75%. Let's do that one. I don't know what it means, but that's what we want. Number of asteroids is probably our next one that we want. Otherwise, we're gonna. Those must be golden asteroids. Oh, that was a lot. I think we just bumped up. Okay, so the golden asteroids is our ticket from millions to hundreds of millions. As soon as we upgrade it a few times, I'm sure. I like these noises. Well, the popping noise is a little... It's probably exactly what they want, but I would cut the poppiness, the P of the pop, a little bit. Not as good as normal. Interesting. Okay, so we want number of asteroids to go up. Crit chance. What is the golden asteroid doing? What? How does the golden asteroid crit? Matt, what is that? I don't know what we're doing anymore. So maybe I want to target golden. Maybe I want to target electric. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. We can't really target anything. It's a blunt tool now at this point. I think we're still at 6. So the real thing that's determining a good run from a bad run. So I'm not doing this in terms of network calculus, but just looking at it in terms of actually I'm doing it in terms of investing in finance. I can't remember the words. It's alpha and beta. I think one of them is okay. So we earned $1 million. Yeah, one of them is how variable the top end is, and the other one is how variable the bottom end is of the runs. So we're decreasing the variability of each run by increasing the beta, and we're increasing the variability of the run by increasing the alpha. So stuff like adding the number of asteroids increases the beta. And I might have that totally wrong. Again, I don't have notes in front of me. I haven't thought about finance stuff in this regard. Oh, since I taught this one, I was never a finance professor, but I felt bad. Years ago, I had this finance student come into my office. He's like, "You're the only professor here," and I was like, "Oh, okay. Can I help you?" He's like, "Yeah, I have some finance homework," and I was like, "All right." And I happen to have a finance textbook sitting in the office, and I was like, "Let me pull this out, and we'll take a look." And he credits me with being the most helpful professor he had there, and that made me feel good that even the finance student was like, "Oh, he's really good at this." All right, golden asteroid bonus crit money scale. I don't know what that means. Oh, hey, we have another one. Asteroids spawned when the black hole grows. Oh, that's right. I forgot that happens. Okay, so this is gonna double that, and so it's gonna look huge because it grows like 3 times right away. Bloosh, yeah, that was... Are we zooming out? I don't think we're zooming out. But it's on a white void, so it's hard to tell. So this is what's interesting, is that there's kind of 2 kinds of game designers. Just like there's, you know, we could break leaders into 2 kinds, or teachers into 2 kinds, or freaking race car drivers into 2 kinds. But the point is that there's 2 kinds of designers when it comes to the video games. And the one is, do you want simplicity? Do you want clarity of iconography? Which is what we've got here. That's why everything's happening on a white void with a black hole. Space would be black, but because the black hole is black and then we want to highlight that, then we have the white background to highlight that, because that increases our focus and our awareness on the thing that's important, the whole point of the game. And we're almost at a size 7 black hole. But another designer would go, but it's just white, and they would want to add, you know, like nebulae or like little flickering stuff in the background. They want to increase that immersiveness of thing. And it's kind of, I can't remember the term. Is it wabi-sabi? No, I think that's leading into shibui. Shibui is the idea of expressing an idea with as few lines as possible. So this is an asteroid. How do we know? Because it's floating in the void. It's 1 line with a couple of halftones on it. The halftones are a little bit of ornamental for shibui, but this is the idea, is that we just have things sitting out there. The simpler we can do it and have it express the entirety of the concept, the more it adheres to shibui. Wabi-sabi is like, it's a style of pottery, but you know, it's metaphorically it means more. I think it's wabi-sabi, and it's like frippery, ornamentation for the sake of ornamentation. I might be getting that wrong though. And anyways, but that's so as we, you know, every culture tends to specialize, and conceptually the entirety of our social agreement on how we approach things unifies as we negotiate with ourselves societally, right? And so I think kind of what we've seen, and this is, I'm just bloviating because I'm playing a meditative game, so I'm meditating on things. What we've seen is Western cultures are much more of that 4X strategy style, where everything in the background has to be as complicated as possible, because that's how we show that we're doing what we're doing. Is it's the ornamentation, it's the surrounding, it's the totality of the experience, as opposed to much more like, I'm gonna say Eastern, but I mean specifically Japanese ideology. And again, it's not exactly what we do, it's more kind of almost. I saw the little pie there and I couldn't figure out if it was pro or con. Anyways, we're almost at a 7. I'm just noodling. Oh, we have, like, that was a big bump. That was 150%. So we're going to have, we had blue, and then occasionally we must have had an indigo, and now we're going to go all the way up to purples. Is that right? Yeah, look at that. Okay. Yeah, I was just noodling about culture stuff. I talk about culture a lot because, especially in IT and computer science, we have so much, practically, intercultural communication. My students are always like, "What are you can't talk about that. That's not a thing you know about." And I'm like, well, technically, it is a thing that I know for various reasons. I'm not going to get into it here, but, you know, technically I am qualified to teach about it. And they're always like, oh, okay. We don't care. We just don't want you to. There's this. Oh, it's 8. Wow. That was 24 million. Okay, so that was cool. We didn't get an achievement for it, though. All right, 10 million for mode scale, breaker damage. That's the one I want. I want that one. I want that one. And crit chance. I don't know what that means either. Okay, so there's like a whole thing down here. Okay, this is it's I like how do I phrase it? we start here and there's an expectation. We can kind of, these are the early ones. And then that expectation is broken when we realize, oh, we go through here. Oh, no, sorry. We went through this one and then we're going to go through here. And we see that this one has a limit and we can't go past that until we move on to this one. And this one's got a limit. We can't go past that until we go to here. And then this one, we just keep going through. And so they're setting up expectations and then breaking them immediately. But it's not like da-da-da-da, like a big reveal. It's not like a hard break. It's a soft break. It's a softening of the discrete step that we're taking. Man, this is well designed. I like this. This is all the touches of things that I'm terrible at, and I like it when I see other people that are good at it. And I'm not saying I'm the metric. I just, when I perceive things that I'm terrible at, and I can see somebody else being good at it, that makes me happy. I like your success. Be successful. It's all the stuff that I would never think of. Okay, the stages are getting, or the rounds are getting longer. The runs, I guess. As I'm noodling more and more each one. That's going to get me in trouble. I'm going to say something. I'm going to say something that I'm not even paying attention to how I'm saying it. And they're going to be like, you can't say that. You can't talk about pepperoni online. Pepperoni pizza's out. I have to stop eating pepperoni pizza after today. I have to get back on the gluten-free wagon. So asteroid mass. That's the one we want, and we'll take that one. Okay, so we're up to 960. So what color does it go to? It just more purple. It's all purple all the time. Purple is as much as it goes, because obviously it was rainbow colors, right? It was red and then orange and the yellow, blue. Red, orange, yellow, blue, green, indigo, violet, and now we're at the violet stage. And they're all just violet now. All violet all the way down. It's asteroids and black holes all the way down. So are we going to get a full size 10 black hole before we move on to the 101? No, we could go to the 101 now if we wanted to. But definitely we're going to get to a size 10 before we get to a billion, right? All right, that was... Oh, yep, miniature black hole, size 9. Okay, and we are almost to 10, so... What is this? Asteroids to planets, 0 to 52. Huh. Well, I guess we do that. What was I just saying about chance for a comet shower? What was I just saying about subverting expectation? Breaker bonus damage to planets. Okay, we'll do that. Sure. Well, what do we have now? Okay, right. Obviously, now we've got red planets. Destroy a planet. Okay, cool. Sorry, I didn't mean to destroy your planet, Martians. Okay, are we going to get a black hole this round? It seems like we should, right? Oh, but we can't generate more planets, can we? In the bottom left, we've gotten rid of all the planets. And I assume we actually do want to target the planets. Do we? Is that a thing? I can't see how much money we're making. Okay, we did all the planets, so there's no more planets being made, and now it's just a regular stage. So maybe that's our goal. And there's no way. Well, maybe there is. We were running out. Oh, I think that's a 9. It is a 9. Okay, it's fine. We have 47 million. Chance to spawn a moon. Oh, buffs breaker speed and radius. Sure. I don't know what 20% chance is, but we could also come over here. And it's interesting that as these came up here, it started coming closer to this one, which is an intuitive move that they did. Oh, nice. They do have... Oh? What is happening? Oh, and the planets are different patterns. I don't know what the pattern means, but... Okay. That was... I don't know what's happening. The moon only lasts for so long. That's sensible, I guess. I don't know what the moon was doing, but... Okay, it's still only 9. So we just must have had a really good run that one time. And now we're just waiting for another good run. But like I said, the beta is going up, even if the alpha is not. So our worst case scenario is improving, even if our best case scenario is kind of capped for now. Okay, moon buff scale for breaker radius. Oh, it wasn't doing anything. This one just increased the speed and the radius. Okay, and now we can have it... Oh, increase the radius more. And this would do just general damage. Panic! Panic! What does this one do? Oh, that's just adding planets. Upgrade asteroids to planets. I see. So that 52 is... We start with 52 planets. Okay, let's do that one. And... Oh, what's this one? Planet size 1 to 3. Well, obviously we need to do that. Although I kind of want the damage upgrade. Planets spawned when the black hole grows. That's actually better. Yep. Oh, we have all sorts of things we need now. Okay, so there we spawned some more black holes. And yeah, so here we're changing our arrival curves and our service curves across the thing every time we get one of these moons. Oh, we got a black hole. Grow it enough time to reach the miniature milestone. Miniature milestone 7. Okay. We earned 281 this milestone. Do we start over? Is that the problem? Oh, I hope not. Completion reward 39 million. Okay, so we currently have 100 million. Okay. Upgrades. It just bumped us up to 100 million, I'm assuming. I don't know. All right, what do we do now? We want the breaker damage, yes. And then we want planet size, yes. And we want... Oh, these go backwards. Why are they doing that? Interesting. So I'm assuming we could just go zoop right through here in another kind of run. Interesting. That's not too bad. All right. Do we want breaker bonus damage to planets? Moon buff duration. That's the one we want. 25. And chance to spawn new planet when a planet is destroyed. That's definitely one we want. Okay. So we're going to get lots of planets. And it's not actually the planets we want. Okay. So what do we have? What's happening now is the question. It's obviously zoomed way out, and I guess we start with the regular miniature black hole, then the size 10 black hole, and now we're going to bump up to higher tiers. I'm talking so much. I just finished my second giant cup of coffee. I don't know if you can tell. Out of time. Well, only... Oh, planet 30. Okay. We didn't get very much that time. Yeah, okay. So we went from 10 to 12. Right, because we didn't get the bonuses from growing the black hole because we've got the what's it? Okay, but we can get one more upgrade. And bonus damage to planets is probably a good one. Or moon buff scale to breaker speed is also a good plan. Think this gets us more stuff all around. Let's start here. Yeah, so we're not getting anywhere near as much. Oh, actually, maybe I wanted to focus on the asteroids still. Is they still zap. They still zap. Stop trying to make zap happen. All right, not too bad. But yeah, we dropped our productivity a lot. Breaker damage. I think honestly, it's just going to all around do more damage. So that's fine. We'll do that one and continue. Yeah, see, like this one, we didn't get... Oh. Yeah, you'd go. Faster, more planets, more moons. Okay, so I need to target moons. We get the moons as fast as we can and just go. Nice. Okay. Okay, that was fun. Okay, we're at 13. We made 83 that time. Nice. Upgrades. We can get this upgrade finally. And then we are moon buff scale for breaker speed. Oh, no. Okay, so our next target is at 101. And if we got to 1 billion, we could get that one. This one over here is 1.8 billion. Planet mass increase. Okay, whatever. I don't plan ahead, just play. Less thinking, more doing. More zen, please. That's awesome. Okay, yeah, that's definitely... We want as many planets as we can. because that buff is what's going to overall make us the most. And then we have no more planets, so we're done with our run. Okay. Or sorry, no more moons, so we're done with our run. And that got us 113. Nice. Okay. And then we have connected our two... How much is this one? 60 billion. So we're not anywhere close to that one. Huh. Okay. It sounds like one of those little candle powered steamboat toys. Also makes me wonder, like, did they go with their finger in their mouth? And that's what I would be like. I'd be like, hey, look at all those people listening to that noise I'm making. All right, moon buff scale for breaker radius. Yep, okay. That's gonna make everything better too. How come I don't feel like I'm getting that much of a radius boost? Although I guess I say that and I did. So and yeah, I'm totally down with getting the... I mean, it limits how much we can get at the end, but I mean, look at how much we cleared out of there in that time. So we got 113 that time. That should be... All right, chance to spawn a moon. Yep, that's the one we want. Planet mass. Ooh, both of those are good, but I want the moon. The mass would increase... I don't know what that would increase. But it would give us different colored planets, and that would be good. Okay, so we have a chance to spawn more moons better, I guess. Yeah. So we're just continuing to go. And then the rate. Okay, so the thing that's making this all network calculus-y is, oh no, look at that. We didn't even get all the moons. That's crazy high. 150. The things that make it all network calculus. Oh, I gotta pick. Breaker bonus damage to planets is not as good as increasing the planet mass. Oh, we're gonna come up here and go on the backside too. So they're breaking expectations again. So here, it's kind of more of a thing. Okay, so is this gonna be a spiral now? Oh, man. You always have something to aim for. As long as you're kind of aiming for the latest feature, everything goes faster, except for right after that milestone. Something changed right after that milestone, but... Right, I want planets better. Yeah, okay. There's something making a different noise. I like the music. Did I mention I like the music? It's an average Joe black hole. How many black holes do you know that you know what an average Joe black hole looks like? It's fine. It's fine. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. Okay, so that one's better than that one, but it's also twice as much. Planet size 3 to 4. Let's do that one, and that's all we can do. Okay, so we're gonna do bonus damage to planets, which means, yeah, it's not really a question of I want more planets to be destroyed. It's a question of I want to get the moons faster. So this is a much... It's funny because it's a much less... it's a much sloppier game now. I gotta just move. Less about click, 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 click. And now it's I gotta go all over the place. And that's what I love. Okay, so every stage of this game has been fascinating because I like when the game evolves and there's new mechanics, and the mechanics are slowly changing. It's a very continuous curve, much less discrete. But planet size, bonus damage to planets, or chance to spawn a new planet when a planet is destroyed. 160 or 110 to planet size. Probably that one will get us longer and farther. All right, and look at I like watching it all stream in. I'm not even paying attention to my cursor. I'm just watching it all stream into the black hole. Nice. It's a very, very pleasant process. you guys keep this up. All right, upgrades. Oh, there's an extra term there I didn't look at. Planet size. Okay, we can do 2 upgrades. Planet size, bonus damage to planets, or breaker damage. Breaker damage, that one. And then planet size. Okay, so some of the planets are going to be bigger. Oh, no, they're different colors. Size. No, mass was color. Did we get a mass upgrade? Or is that the size? This is very Katamari. I don't know if that was the intent, but this does have a very spiritually Katamari successor vibe. All right, we had 300. What is this going to cost us? Planet mass. Okay, we did get a mass upgrade, 110%. That's why 10% of that, well, technically 9% of them are orange. All right, we could get golden asteroid bonus. Huh. Well, let's assume that that matters. That was not what my intention was. Whatever, it's fine. I also like the I think maybe that's what makes this style of game so compelling at the moment. It's that 80s nostalgia of just one more quarter. And so I don't have to spend money, but I can just keep playing the game where I continued from. It's probably a lot of what that is. Out of time. All right, we're almost at a 15. We got a lot that time. Almost at that billion. This isn't comet spawn chance. Is there? Comet spawn chance. Oh, 0 to 25. Okay. Breaker always crits. Oh, if we get a comet. Nice. Okay, whatever. I don't know. I don't care. But planet mass bump and breaker bonus damage to planets or moon buff duration. Definitely that one. And then that one. That's fine. That's 3 bonuses. Uh-oh. That's a dangerous question. T wants to know if I want more coffee. I think the answer is obviously yes. I need more coffee in my life. All right, but I'm gonna keep this up. This is really enjoyable. I haven't even looked at the chat in I don't know how long, so I'm glad nobody's sent a message. All right. All right. Oh, 15. We gotta. It must have been for getting a billion in a round. I was busy letting T know that yes, coffee would be fantastic. Okay, planet mass or comets. Let's see what comets do. It means we need to target comets. I'm assuming. Where are they? Oh, there's a comet. Okay, it means that we always crit, which is kind of cool. Look. We got a little rainbow halo. Oh, it is making it bigger. I can tell much easier with the comet about how the moons make it bigger. Okay, those comets are fun. I like the comets. I'm a big fan of the comets. Oh, take you. Okay, because what happens is every one of those boosted moon hits is, oh man, I really want to clear it out. I mean, it should be theoretically possible, right? Because our service curve is higher than the arrival curve for the appearance of planets and objects. And how do we know that? Because it's only 75%. It's 0.75. And that would be... So, I was chatting with Gary, ChatGPT, right? And so you measure lag by horizontal distance, and you measure how overwhelmed the server is by vertical distance, or overhead, or buffer increase or decrease based on whether the vertical distance is up or down. Anyways, so in network calculus, if you've got that vertical distance, I guess it's A of t, no, S of t minus A of t. Yeah, if S of t minus A of t, no, A of t minus S of t. It doesn't matter. It's the same thing. But if A of t minus S of t is positive, then you have an unstable growth rate. And if it's negative, then it'll stabilize, right, to 0. Obviously, it'll always be 0 in network calculus. Yeah, but that's long term. Sorry. Anyways, point is, if it's 0.75, we could also look at it as a ratio, and if the ratio is higher or lower than 1, it's what we'd be looking at. Anyways, and none of that matters. I'm just noodling, and hopefully not. That's what I'm always paranoid of. Comet buff direct. Oh, that's the one we want. I'm always paranoid that I'm going to say something like, it's not outside my field, but it's not. The way I see it is that, somebody who specializes in just network calculus is going to know way more about network calculus than I do. Just like somebody who specializes only in game design is going to know more about game design than I do. Just like somebody who specializes only in operating systems is going to know more about operating systems than I do. And I don't specialize, I generalize. And so when I talk about a specific field, I'm always paranoid that somebody's going to be like, faker! It's that I tell people about it all the time. This is not something. Oh, hey, I was gonna check this. Okay, time added. That's the new field that we have. Asteroids destroyed, comets collected, moons collected, and planets destroyed. So that moons collected so far is kind of our highest performing asset. What is it called? It's called it's called phoniness. No, it's sorry, my face is kicking in. When you walk into a room and you think that everybody's going to notice that you are faking your expertise. What's that called? I gotta look at. I'm sorry. I'm gonna take a quick break here while I look that up. I hate when I hit the aphasia and it hits my brain and I can't think of anything else until I can think of that word. What's imposter syndrome? I didn't even have to look it up. I got it. I was like, it's there. It's there. It's an I word. I can spell it. It's the worst part. It's in my brain. I can see the word. I can spell the word. I can spell each letter of the word. When the aphasia kicks in, I can spell each letter of the word, but I can't say the letters. It's in my brain. I can see it, but I can't say it. Sometimes I can get like it's a I word, or it starts with I am. Anyways, I hate that. I hate that so much, and I have to stop and fix it right then and there. We get both of these. Okay, we unlocked 100 upgrades, and those have to be the 100 that we get in order. This seems like there's choice. It's the illusion of choice, but it prevents the biggest problem in a game like this, which is paradox of choice. Do you see how fast I'm playing? I never play this fast. Fantastic game. Well done. Anyways, it's the imposter syndrome of because there exists someone who's smarter than me. It's the presumption is that it negates any level of expertise I might have. No, I'm allowed to be some expert. I'm allowed to be exactly the level of correct that I am. And if I get some of the details wrong, then I get some of the details wrong. Everybody gets some of the details wrong. It's the nature of, asynchronous knowledge. Oh man, look at how good we're doing. Yeah, we're gonna get it. No! It would be so cool if we cleared the whole thing out. But they did such a good job of increasing the timer. Only if that timer was an extra 5 seconds, we would have gotten all of that, I bet. Okay, but we bumped up from like 1 to that time we got almost 3. Which means we can unlock these guys over here. This one is quintillions. And this one is tens of billions. Chance for a comet shower. Okay, planet mass. Golden asteroid bonus. Oh, that was a huge bump. Somewhere in there, we got a huge bump to golden asteroid bonus. I don't know that I'm paying attention to all of the things that I'm clicking. We can get one of these. I think. Upgrade asteroids, planets. Not. Maybe. That might be okay, but. Because it increases the rate, but I think that's okay. It's basically it increases where we are. Something didn't. This one's not going to go as good, I don't think. We got just under 3 last time, and this time I'm not paying attention at all. I need to hit the comets. The comets are hard to see, though. as you would expect at this level. So now, critical damage does matter. Because critical damage is our new state. It's not that critical damage is an extra bonus. Critical damage is the standard. Oh, okay. No. Oh, no. We did. We got that's a record. Okay, cool. And we're at void black hole size 16. Useless manual clicks. Nice. Uh, 4.3. So we get 2. Probably that one, but we're going to do these 2 because that way it clears it out and we know exactly what we're going to get next time. Oh, that's why it was so slow last time, because I focused on the wrong planet. Okay. Whatever, it's fine. We are definitely metagaming at this point because it's not about the money that we're getting. It's entirely about... It's entirely about the mechanics and making sure the mechanics are going. It's like making sure your multi-ball goes forever. Oh man, could you do network calculus on pinball? You guys are probably tired. You're like, what even is network calculus? We got 5 comments. Okay. Yep, that was a 3.3. Slightly better than our other. And planet mass bumps up to 415. So planets will get up to a higher color. Golden asteroid chance or chance for a comet shower. Well, chance for a comet shower. Because again, 1% isn't exactly... It's not exactly a sure thing. But it's got to be pretty high up there, right? What is it? What does that do? Oh, hey, we got blue planets now. This is the best 4X game I've ever played. This is basically Master Orion on speed. I guess that a comet shower means that every time a comet spawns, it might be a comet shower instead. I don't know what it means though. Okay, 1.9 golden asteroid crit chance, whatever, and moon buff duration. That's always a good one. Okay, and then we have 4. It doesn't matter. I'm not gonna worry about it. Just go. Do. That was a good hit right there, right off the bat. They were looking for comets. We're on a comet hunt. As soon as they pop up, we gotta grab them. We could play the game where we try to like wait and min-max exactly on the timing, but I'm not gonna worry about that so much. It seems so slow once all my moons start disappearing. All right, that was a pretty good one. We got 6.8. Nice. So we should get 2? Yes. That was golden asteroid bonus. Oh, we didn't. Breaker damage increase and planet mass increase. Both of those would be good. What's interesting is because there's a limited number of planets that are going to spawn, and because we can kind of destroy them. Oh, this is not working out well this time. This is a comedy of errors. But because we're basically catching up at the end, whereas before we would have been starved and we wouldn't have been able to get anywhere near this many at this point. Because we didn't get as much before, we're going to get them all now, and so it's going to basically be about the same. 6. All right, so 6 or 6. Breaker damage or planet mass. I think we have to do breaker damage. I think that's what's limiting us. Where's my comet? What's interesting is because... Sorry, I keep saying what's interesting. But it's interesting that because all of these asteroids are turning into planets, because that's what it is, right? There's a chance to spawn a thing, and that thing might get upgraded to a planet. But because these are all... because they're all turning into planets instead of asteroids, we're not getting as many electric asteroids. That's exactly 6. And that means we can get asteroid bonus, crit money scale. I don't know what that means. Or planet mass, probably planet mass. Which means we now have purple planets. Let's see. Yeah, I did. There's a purple planet. Or it's an indigo planet, I guess, not a purple planet. Because these are blue. Okay, so we're getting a lot of comets this round. At least it felt like it. Alright, still really enjoying this game. This is, so far, the curve has not lagged. Alright, that was another good one. 6.2. Oh, 20 billion. Huh. We have bumped up to a 17 out of 20. Okay, well that means that we can get both of these. And then we can get an electric asteroid chance. Bumps from 6 to 306. That's probably a good one. That's probably the one we want. Yeah. And that means that it's always going to be zapping now, right? Anytime we get an asteroid, it's got a high chance of being an electric asteroid. We have 0 comets. I am purposely trying to go back and forth different directions on this so I don't get stuck in misbraining it. Oh man, this is a lot. Not as many electric asteroids as I thought, though. Alright. 19. Not quite as good as last time, but it's still fine. Golden asteroid bonus. It's probably breaking down that we have useless asteroids, electric asteroids that do the damage for us, and golden asteroids is where all the money comes from. That we get the regular asteroids, the only thing they're good for is turning into planets. That's probably what's going on here, but just destroying an asteroid probably doesn't get us anything. So this increases our rewards. This increases our alpha a little bit. And critical damage chance. I don't care, but we'll go ahead and do that one. It's fine. Oh, and then we're going to get this one from back behind. Okay, and then we're going to eventually get over here. It's probably going to zoom out this way a little bit. Now, billions, and this one's quintillions? Quadrillions, surely. Maybe it's quintillions. Who knows? Let's play. Let's go. Okay, that was a lot right off the bat. Are we going to get... That's got to be a 19. I haven't even been paying attention. Oh, now it's got to be 19. I say that so confidently, but without, I don't know. I can't count. Oh, wait, now it's got to be 19. Okay, we got it. We're going to get it. We're going to get it. We're running out of time. Go faster. Do more. Be better. More. There we go. We just barely got the milestone. All right. I know I was going to get it this time, though. That's all I'm saying. All right, so it gives us a reward up to 200 billion, which we can use to buy chance for a comet shower, bumps up to 11%, which again is basically guaranteed. Well, no, because we only really get 5 to 6. Yeah, I need more caffeine. I know you can tell. All right, 10 billion, 20 billion, 10 billion, electric asteroid, critical damage bonus. No, that doesn't matter. Planet mass, 40 billion, and then we have one chance to get a 60 billion. Chance to spawn a new planet when a planet is destroyed, bumps up to 90%. Wow. Okay, so that means that our rate of reduction is going to drop in half, which is, I don't want to math that in my head. Breaker damage, yeah, we want that one. That one's definitely the better one. That means we're going to constantly be breaking things because we're going to constantly be getting new... Oh, hey, it did zoom out a little bit. Constantly going to be getting new moons. Look at that go. Yes. This is very still entertaining. I am shocked. I am almost always bored with a game like this by this point. But not this one. This one I'm still tooling along on. Yeah, look at how long we're going for. We still got another 4 seconds. No asteroid shower, or no comet shower, though. All right, we got 93 billion. Okay, and that gives us planet spawned when the black hole grows. Wait, 90%. What is a percentage? Oh, it takes another 30% of the asteroids. Interesting. Do we make money off the planets? Breaker damage going up, or number of asteroids? Oh, I don't know. Probably this one, and then next time we'll take that one. Although the damage is probably getting non-trivial at this point too. Okay, take you. Take that one. Take that asteroid. Okay, so there we go. That's the comet shower. Do I want to take them all? Do they disappear? Doesn't seem like it. Okay, that was a lot more asteroids. We got a ton of money that time. We did not. It's only 78. Okay, breaker damage. We said we were going to get that one. So that most of the asteroids that exist turn into planets when the black hole grows. That's fine. Yeah, so last time we had this exact same issue. And I think what it is that because it's zoomed out, it's reducing the density of everything. So we have to move farther, and we're getting fewer stacks of things under our cursor every time we zoomed out. Nice. Didn't even make it all the way to the end of that. Okay, we're already at 24. I made 100 billion. 100 billion here, 100 billion there. It's pretty soon to be real money. Oh, chance for comet shower bumps up to 30%. I don't know. I don't know which one's the best one is. That's a good one. We can get 2 if we grab these 2. Breaker damage and breaker radius. Probably not the worst ones. And that's also breaker radius. But that one, let's see. Can we get that one? We can. What is this one first? Moon buff scale for breaker radius. Oof, that might be good. We'll grab that one. That's just a flat. It's always there. Doesn't feel like it, though, does it? Doesn't feel like it got bigger. I know. People are here for my clever commentary on the size of circles. Did you know that circles have different sizes? This circle is this size, but this circle is this other size. Clever commentary. Okay, I feel like things are spread out more. Whatever we get at, oh, are we gonna get stars? That wasn't very good. Yeah, not quite 100. It's fine. We'll take that. Just keep going. This is also not very good. There we go. Now we're getting it to run. We've still only gotten that one meteor or comet shower, which tells me that there's something, that percentage means something other than what I thought it meant. Nice. Okay, so we're back to clearing most of it. That one was 140, so it's, you know, it's decent. Breaker radius, number of asteroids, that's a good one. But I think we're gonna go with the comet shower chance. Breaker critical damage chance. Hey, that's the one we want because, yep, that's fine. That's gonna double our damage. Grab you right off the bat. Grab you, and then we should get a comet shower pretty quick here, right? And I'm assuming that they don't disappear, so we want to leave them until we're almost ready to go out. And that'll be the first time we've done anything that was really, like, higher level critical thinking skills. But we didn't get the comet shower. That's disappointing. I really wanted one. Hmm. Okay. That was a pretty good one. I get a kick because it oh, we're gonna get the breaker radius, we're gonna get number of asteroids and breaker radius. Ooh, scaling radius. So both probably, well, it is, we'll do that one. We'd have to get what, 12 of these to match that radius bonus, so it's fine. Is it possible that I'm just accidentally eating the comet shower? One of the things that I think is fascinating about a game like this, and it's just attention to detail. So far, I don't have any issues with it. I'm not complaining about it, but it's that matching of intent to, you know. So you say that this upgrade is supposed to cause. There we go. We'll just slowly get them from behind like this, so we've always got the effect on us. That was exactly the way I think it should be handled. And now we're kind of just painting everything away. That's cool. And we have, because we got that, yeah, we've got so many. I think our arrival curve might be equal to our service curve. Oh, my favorite space movies, black hole. Favorite space movies, black hole. Okay. We are almost to the next milestone. How long have I been playing? This has only been an hour and a half. This has been a fantastic use of my hour and a half. I am very pleased with this process. Okay, moon buff scale for breaker radiance and breaker critical damage chance. I don't even care. 300 for planet mass to bump up, which will be nothing. Not even close. Okay. Look at us go. What was the one we just got? Oh man, look at how big it is. This is definitely going to get us another another milestone, I think. Right there. Nope. I think we'll get the milestone. We get the milestone? Oh no, I thought that was. Oh, maybe. Okay, I am terrible at estimating how many times that progress circle has gone around. 3 seconds. Nope, wasn't even close. Okay. Yeah, look at, we've always got something new popping up. Why? Why? What was the mechanism for making that happen? So I've got these useless clicks because my finger just hits the button sometimes. Okay, so planet mass bumping up, so we get a new color? No. So like, but most of them are going to be the purple, not the indigo. Next one is 1 trillion. Upgrade planets to stars. Yes, that's what we want. 1 trillion. This might take 2 hits. Yeah, they're all purple planets now. So if I were going to suggest something on the colorization, I would come up with something else to do. Give them a little sparkle, and then start them back over at red, and maybe change the iteration, or give them a little design in the center of the planet, or you know, same thing with asteroids, give them a little something, just so that way it's not all the same color. You don't lose the colorfulness of. You don't lose the colorfulness, because it was nice seeing all of the different planets come out. Oh, we got our thing. This grow the black hole enough times, whatever. It's milestone reach, my favorite space movies milestone. Okay. Oh, was I not reading? I wasn't reading the names of the black hole sizes. We got 7.5 trillion. Okay. Planets to stars, and then we want a chance to add time when a planet is destroyed. Huh, that's a good one. Because we destroy a lot of planets. Chance to spawn a new star when a star is destroyed. That's the one we want. Actually, we want all 3 of these. Chance to add time when a star is destroyed. Yep, those ones. And then stars spawning. See, again, there's no choice here, because we could get that one, but we can actually get all 3. No, not quite. Breaker damage bump, and star spawn when the black hole grows 100%. Well, interesting. Let's give it a try. We have stars now. Nice. Destroy a star is the achievement there. We should be getting trillions this time, which will be a record. But again, everything is so much spread out after the zoom out. So that's one of the things I'm not satisfied with either possibility. So the black hole is supposed to be growing, right? So either, yeah, a trillion, give us an achievement. So either the black hole grows and takes up more of the screen, in which case we can't play the game, because if the black hole was like this big, there's no game to play, right? It's taking up the entire view screen. Or we zoom the screen out so that the black hole stays the same, but then we lose this sense of growth. So they're probably doing an okay job of having the screen zoom out. Okay, we get chance to spawn electric stars. Yes. Electric star critical damage, electric star damage, or electric star max chains. Well, that one, this one, this one. Sure, and then we're down to 280 billion. So they're doing a good job. See, that this black hole is much bigger than it was when we first started. Oh man, I'm not getting anywhere near as many moons. Oh, but these electric stars are kind of wrecking things, aren't they? Tearing and ripping. Wouldn't the stars have planets around them? Out of time. How many do we get? 2 trillion. Okay, that was fine. That was good. 45 is our next milestone. So I'm assuming 100 is our target overall. Breaker speed, electric star, chance to fork. I want these two definitely, and then we can't get anything else. Star size 1 to 2. Upgrade asteroids to planets. Huh, we're still doing that, huh? And, oh, we need to do that because we need to replace the planets that turned into stars. So I assume that the electric stars, could you imagine an electric star? That's crazy. There actually is a lot of electricity in a star because it's you know, just rubbing up against itself all the time. That there's a fair amount of charge there, but it's neither here nor there. It's overall. Oh hey, I didn't need to grab all those, did I? It's overall neutral. I think there's probably a little bit of overall charge. But it's because it's such a star is so big, the relative amount of difference can increase. I just don't know what the. I'm just talking now. My coffee's wearing off. I should go and get some more. But I'm enjoying this. Okay, upgrade the asteroids. Star size, yes. Go. Overall, this is definitely a enjoyable game. All right, what are the what do you suppose they called the black hole at this point? We're no longer at my favorite movie, black hole, but we're big enough that we're approaching the size of stars. So a black hole, the size of a star, right? The diameter of a star, not even the threshold, the Rothschild. There's a name for that threshold there. But the actual black hole itself being the same size as a star, that's a huge black hole. I mean, what we think of as black holes are really just the size of like a beach ball. They're so dense. Breaker bonus damage to stars. I don't know. Which one do we want? It doesn't matter. Just grab. Done. 150 upgrades is that achievement. And just go. Got the Zen. We got the Zen. Yeah, we got the Zen. I probably don't need to be making these epicircles, but it makes me feel better, so we're going to do it. Boop, 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 boop. All right, 2.8 trillion. And, oh, it's only 35. Who's Cade Black Hole? Who is Cade? I don't know. Breaker speed increase. Electric star max change. Yes, please. Star mass, bump up to 130% and continue. And grab that guy first. I'd like some moons, if you would. So, what's funny is, what's the real black hole? The thing that's just sitting there eating all the stuff in the center, or our little cursor here? Could you imagine if that was like a actual astrological phenomenon? Well, the black hole is scary, but some dude with a cursor. That's what you gotta watch out for. Alright, so these stars are a lot. Alright, 3 trillion that time. And chance to spawn new star when a star is destroyed. Definitely want that. Chance for a comet shower bumps up to 80%. So it's just going to constantly be spawning those guys. And then breaker damage. Okay. Where is my... Should happen more often than not, right? It doesn't look like it. So I don't know what that 80% means. That's one of those ones where, is that intended? Or is it a bug? Or do I not understand how the mechanics are supposed to work? Because if it says 80% and I just saw, what, 5? How many did we get that time? We got 6. So we saw 6 comets spawn without a comet shower. So that's a 1 in 5 chance for it not to be. If it's 80%, is legitimately supposed to be that 80%, then that means it's 5, 25, 125, 6, 25, 30, 25. 1 in 3,000 chance. Yeah, so obviously it doesn't mean 80% like I would expect, or it's a bug. I don't even care. We have star size is currently 3. Done. Size 3 stars are going to take a long time to hit, but I assume they're worth a lot. Oh, there's our, we gotta follow him. Are we gonna get another one? That'd be cool if we got 2 in 1 round. It's amusing the things that you decide are interesting as you're playing a game. But yeah, this has been an enjoyable way to spend the morning. I'm enjoying this. I appreciate you making this game, man. All right, that was 7 trillion, something like that. I don't know. Let's see, breaker damage bump up for 900 billion. Breaker damage again, and star mass bumping from 205 to 255. And then we have 2 areas to go. Oh, session timer. Why would we want to increase that now, of all times? Let's go give it a shot. Okay, so we went from 14 to 24 is our session timer. Is it because we've got so many stars that it's taken a long time to break them? That was an electric star. It like decimated half the galaxy. We go for more moons. Give me a moon upgrade. Okay, we are still at 12 seconds. Okay. So I guess they're like, they wanted to logarithmically speed up the game at this point. Because, I mean, at this point, it was guaranteed we'd have that. Grow the creator's milestone. Okay, so when it said who's Cade, that's one of the creators of the game. Okay. And then this one wants 300 trillion, so that's going to be a minute. Supernovas. Breaker bonus. Chance to spawn asteroid when asteroid is destroyed. We increased that by 13%, so it went from 75 to 88, which means we've halved it. So we are crazy levels of going. Okay, let's just click buttons, and that was a lot of upgrades. And we should see. This should last forever, honestly. Yeah, it's because we've got the electric stars, I think is destroying so much of the galaxy that they felt like they needed to add that increase the rate of asteroids. All right, what else we got going on? All right, out of time. We only have to get to 40 again. So I wonder why they dropped from increments of 10 to increments of 5. That is why we have 7 milestones, because the target is 50 then. And I just misread it earlier when I thought it was 45. But we went up to a titanic black hole, which, yes, that's a very big black hole. Let's see. Chance to spawn new planet when his planet is destroyed. Okay, so we will never run out of planets, theoretically, if percentages work the way I think they do. Comet spawn chance bumps from 25% to 55%. Okay, yes. And upgrade planets to stars, 10 to 12, or electric star damage, or electric star critical damage. We'll do that one, and we didn't have that one. Okay. So we should have tons of planets, tons of stars, and we should basically be never running out of anything. But the density changes. That's also very interesting, because as we haven't gotten to places, right? Like if I just stay down here, the increase in every area is going to be so high that if I come through here, now I'm getting so many. You could play around with that a little bit. I'm sure there's some fun to be had there, fiddling with it. Right, like waiting for the last second to get like everything all in one area. But yeah, we're never going to get to destroying everything on the screen, aside from when we get the milestones, because that's a scripted event. Electric star damage increase, star mass 255 to 380, which means we get a new color. And for 7.5 trillion, we get a chance to spawn laser stars. Laser stars are new and cool sounding. I want a laser star. Green stars. We have green stars. It's a very massive Orion. Did I mention this is like a 4x? This is like a 4x on speed. It's the best kind of 4x. Okay. Yeah, we are struggling to get some of these stars now, though. How much you want to bet the next one? Oh, we got a black hole upgrade. So not one we haven't before. So I'm thinking that the more even the distribution of the stars and planets and stuff at the end of the round, the more optimally you played. At this point. Not at the beginning, but at this point. Laser stars, okay? And laser critical damage chance or laser width. Definitely laser width. Done. Okay, what is a laser star and how do I get it? That's the laser star. Okay, that was cool. And then we have a comet spawn. Shoot. Okay, that was fun. I'm loving these little laser stars. Oh, we got 2 comet showers. I can't tell whether they're a laser star or not. Okay, there's something about them. Oh, it's the ones with the little... That's those ones, okay, with the little raggedy edges that aren't electric. Okay, cool. We got 26 trillion. So laser damage, or laser critical damage chance. That's probably the one we want. And laser critical damage bonus, laser width again, and laser damage again. Okay, so it's all about the lasers now. And there's nothing else new popping up on the other chains. Okay. And there's other game modes. We haven't even gotten to the other game modes yet. I just kind of felt like maybe we should try try this one, but good night. Okay, we got the moons. We got the moons. Yeah, we got the moons. This is exactly the sort of... okay, so how do I phrase this? Without minimizing the effort and the quality and the attention to detail that they put in the game. I'm not saying any of those are subpar or that the idea doesn't have merit. But this is, where you just start adding feature after feature after feature as time goes on. That's the sort of game that I think new game designers can conceptualize really well. I'm not saying that he's a new game designer or anything, because this is obviously much better done than anything I've seen. But like, when I was in high school, we had to make a game of Pong, right? That was in high school, way back when, and my buddy, who's he was on my team, we got an A on it because I don't even know if I contributed at all to this particular project that I'm boasting about. But he took it home one weekend and he basically like added power-ups, and he made it so that you could like catch the ball and stuff. And it was still Pong, right? Not Pong. No, it was Pong. It was Pong. But you'd have like paddle lengtheners, paddle shrinkers. You could shrink the other guys. You could make it so that your paddle could go backwards and forwards on the screen. Speed the ball up. Like, he had a dozen power-ups that he added. And he just added them one after another. He'd do one, and then he'd add another one, and then he'd add another one. And this is high school mind, right? So, but that's the sort of thing that makes sense. So being able to add just, these little bits of things. Give it 3, so we can get all 3 of these. And continue. Okay. I would love for, I don't think you can. I'm not suggesting that this is a serious feature. It would be cool if you could come up with a way to tie in the music with the effects from the lasers and the electricity. Okay. Out of time. See, like this, I don't think we played optimally because this side here is almost empty and this side here is full, which means that I didn't harvest this side, so the per breaker click, like not my click, but the game's click, on average was slightly lower than it would have been otherwise. We get all 3 of these, and then also this one, laser width. And we're not really worried about what each one of these does. It was star mass, and it's breaker damage. So we get a new color star, which is cool. It's gonna be what, blue stars? Yeah. If they take forever to break, it's probably worthwhile to break them nonetheless. Really need to focus on getting the moons though, and the planets are just incidental. The moons still seem to be my primary engine, although that's a lot. We had 100% laser stars. Is it destroying the comets too when it does that? That's really cool. What's funny is it's not so much in this game, but in other games, as the game progresses like this, you have different levels of skill set. Like sometimes you're really good at it, sometimes you're not. So like I can tell that this particular game stage is not my cup of tea. I'm not very good at it. I'm not enjoying it as much as I enjoyed these ones. The lasers are cool, but it didn't feel like it added anything for me. Electric star chance to form, like I like those. Moon buff duration, definitely do that. There's going to be a point when the moon buff is long enough that we will always basically be increasing. It's not 10 though, but we've basically dragged out the long tail of how long we have these moon buffs for. Yeah, I really need to focus on getting more of those. Yeah, that definitely helped. I'm breaking a ton more stuff with being able to keep my moons longer. I think there's a term for it. It's well, it's related to stability, but it's you want it to not approach 0, want to hit a not. There's a term for it, and I can't remember it, and I don't know that I know the term offhand. This is why the aphasia doesn't affect me in this case, but there's a term for when you have a stability equation and it doesn't tend towards zero, but it doesn't tend towards infinity. It tends towards some non-zero, non-infinity number, and that's kind of what we want, not as the game designer, but as the player. Electric star chance to form. So 90% of stars will be electric stars. Cool. Breaker speed, we'll increase that for 15, and that's it. It doesn't look like 90% of my stars are electric stars, though. So I don't know what that percentage means. Maybe it's just maybe it's just an arbitrary unit. It's not really percentage, it's just an arbitrary unit. Nice. Okay, so we got a comet swarm when I wasn't paying attention, which is okay, but... Okay, still fun, and I know I gotta explicitly say that every now and again. It's not that I'm trying to talk myself into it, just let you know that I'm not playing just because I get to play. I could have quit after 20 minutes. So the fact that I'm still playing is because I'm still enjoying myself. Max star change 12 went from 7 to 12. That's a big bump, I think. Yeah, that puts it. They did that to make it put it on par with the lasers, because the lasers go across the stage. So the lasers are entirely based on density. I keep grabbing 2 comments when I mean to grab 1. Well, there seems... Oh, that was... Whatever happened there. That must have been a lot of forking. Yeah, this is going to be a good income stage. We're nowhere near the next milestone, though. Okay. It was only 32. I thought it would be higher. All right, maximum moons. Wait, we had a maximum? Well, we want to increase that. Unlock 200 upgrades. Laser width from 300 to 400. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, I thought that was the laser. Oh, well. Okay, so we had a maximum to the number of moons we could have. Who knew? No wonder I didn't feel like they were effective after a while. I could tell when they were too few. I do get a kick out of games like this where critical damage becomes the baseline. And not having critical damage means you're just not doing as much as you could be. That was cool. These lasers are actually cool. Okay. So we're increasing like 20 to 30% our run. 400, 500% for the lasers. And increase the speed. There we go. Get them moons, baby. It's hard to even see the moons anymore. They're so small. This would be a cool, cool mobile game. You're gonna release it on mobile. Like, most mobile games are lame. Or especially the when they transfer the ports. I don't get it. But this one would work well. I like the rotational quality too, because it's like one of those they call them barber pole sounds, where it's just a steady tone, but it's like it goes, and if you label that noise onto it, so if you layer that noise on top of each other, but like a quarter cycle off, and then do it again and again and again, there's always something starting at the top and going down, and then if you just kind of fade it out as it gets to the bottom, then the noise always sounds like it's moving forward, and that's what this game is like, because it's always circling. All right, so we've got to get... Oh, we started off with a started off with a comet swarm. Comet shower, sorry. I don't know how long they last anymore. It's interesting. Interesting that I stopped paying attention to the rates anymore. I think we've hit the point. It's weird because there's got to be a maximum here at some point because we're not producing more than are at the beginning, but it's like stabilizing at a midpoint. I think there's got to be some hinky business in the back end. Star mass. Okay, so we'll have a couple of indigo stars. Breaker damage and supernova radius. Where are supernovas coming from? Is this the first supernova we've gotten? Seems like it. We're looking to get 300 trillion. Where did supernovas come from? Did we have supernovas? Whatever. Doesn't matter. We'll just go do. Yeah, I don't see any supernovas. What is that? I don't understand what's going on. It was like 3 lasers on top of each other. Yeah. See, because when there's fewer stars on the screen, it's increasing back up to this normal density faster than when there's, you know, more stars on the screen. I guess I could stop breaking anything and see what happens. But that seems boring, so I'm not going to. Supernova percent damage. Chance to spawn supernova stars. There we go. Huh, that's funny. I wonder why they did it like that. Okay, so some of these stars are supernova stars. 10% of them, in fact, supposedly. And a supernova star should destroy the entire map if it's canonical. That's it. Oh, hey, look, it just kind of explodes. That wasn't as interesting as I was hoping. I'm assuming it'll get more interesting, like that one there. Yeah, it just does a little bit of damage to everything. And it compounds over time, I guess. Okay, well, we are... Yeah, that was a cool one. Because there's 2 lasers and the supernova all at the same time. And it kind of kept me at 5 seconds for about 5 seconds. Alright, but we are also almost at the next milestone. So... Supernova percent damage, 20 to 30%. Comet spawn chance, 55 to 75%. I thought that was much higher than that, but we'll get that one. Supernova percent damage, 30 to 40%. Okay, that's fine. And we'll just keep it going, keep it going. I don't know what, maybe it does 30% of the damage, that whatever their current health is, it does 30% of that to every item in here. There's a lot of entities on the screen. I mean, it's only a few hundred. Obviously, my game can calculate it. But is it calculating for each actual individual one? Like, is it actually paying attention, or does it fudge? Be a good thing to know. Fudging is a good idea, because nobody cares, but you could approximate it pretty easily. Okay, I don't know what's going on anymore. Lots of things are happening. I lied. It is very exciting. Out of time. Okay. We got 90 trillion that time. Upgrades. We can upgrade supernova percent damage or supernova radius. Yeah, we'll do those two. The faster we can get up to speed with the moons is still the better, I think. I just really like when it there's lots of different effects all layered in at the same time. That totality of circumstances is exciting. Yeah, the supernovas seem to be doing proportions of max. So it's destroying a lot of them. Does that sound right? Is it doing proportions of its own health, or is it doing proportions of the target's health? I can't tell. Okay. Star mass 505 to 555, and session timer 24 to 34. All right. I do like that. It takes a minute to speed up, but we get there. I guess I should be moving a little bit slower. That is a good sound, too. The supernova noise is a good one. Yeah, I was moving too fast. I was getting a little too excited with myself. Just moving too fast. Okay, we got another milestone. Let's see, it's a humongous milestone. Okay, so we gained 141 trillion. Oh. No, we went up to a quadrillion. Okay. Is that... No. I don't know what we gained. Session timer, and upgrade planets to stars, or laser damage, or comet spawn chance to 100%. Okay, so interesting. Let's do that one. The comet spawn chance is interesting because it means that there's always a comet on the screen at a time. So that spawn chance must mean that every so many ticks, it chooses to check whether or not its comet is going to spawn. Yeah, so it's not like every game tick or every event or something like that, like I was originally imagining. So realistically, it's not. It's still a slider that the game designer can fiddle with. So 100% is just 100% of the designed comet behavior. Okay. 160 trillion. Pretty soon we'll be making real money. All right, laser damage, that would be better. Breaker damage, that one. So now we always have comets, so we should just basically always be grabbing the comets. Phew. That's such a great noise. Okay, so we are back to entertainment. So I'd said earlier that the laser section wasn't very interesting to me. It still wasn't. I like the noise. I like the fact that it does a lot of damage all at once, but I didn't feel like we were getting anywhere in that period of time. But the supernovas, they kind of add something. And now that we've got so many lasers all going at once, we're kind of back. Okay. Okay, 140 trillion. Breaker damage. Chance to add time when a star is destroyed. Oh, interesting. Goes up to 100%. So again, that reduces the alpha, but increases the beta. Upgrade planets to stars. Sure, we'll do that. And then we'll do that one. Make sure we don't get too far behind. That really is a good noise. I'm going to keep saying that every time I hear it. I wonder how they made the noise. Like, did they obviously didn't program it from scratch. They used some sort of effect. It'd be interesting to know what that effect was. But like, I have a buddy who's doing audio engineering. Not really. He's a computer science student, but He wants to do audio engineering, so he keeps hanging out with that crowd. And, oh, interesting. The Gargantua black hole, just getting to the next one is a milestone. See what I mean? That subverting expectations. I thought I knew where it was going, but it just keeps changing on me. Okay, so does that mean that when we get to the end of this here, we will have gotten to the end of the content? Doesn't matter. We'll do that, and 130 will get us to that middle one, and 300. So we're kind of closing in on this one. This one doesn't matter too much. It's around. I mean, obviously it does. We can't get anywhere without all of the upgrades, basically. I don't think. Although that would be an interesting game. How many of the upgrades can you skip and still... Okay. All right, things are happening. This is less about the black hole, more about the laser light show now. Could you imagine? Could you imagine being a black hole and you've been upstaged by all of the everything else? Everything else is upstaging you now? I don't think we're gonna... Well, it's gonna be close. Yep, okay. Grow the black hole enough times for one session to reach the Gargantua milestone. Alright, completion reward 500 trillion. Which means we can buy this one here. And we can buy this one here. Star mass gets us to the last color. And then we have one last little cluster in here to do 300 trillion. And the supernova percent damage is kind of anticlimactic at that point. Interesting. Interesting. Why is it like that? I am desperate to know. I want to know now. I must find out. It's also interesting because they increased the length of each one of these. So I think they must have done that again to subvert your expectations. Because now I'm at the point where I want this to end faster because it goes so long. That having it get to the end means I can check out the new purchases, right? So I kind of want to hurry it up, but I have to wait at least 34 seconds before I can only wait 14. Okay, out of time. Bloop, bloop, bloop. 380. We can get this one. 700 to 800% laser width, or 50 to 60 supernova damage. I don't know. I think they're both probably okay. So we're probably going to have to run at least another dozen cycles because I'm betting we get one per. Oh, this is like when you're playing. Okay, this is Vampire Survivors level of tight gameplay. I think that's because now we're at the point where we are. I would like to see more variability. Like if you could equip an item or something that would change the game each time you ran through one of these. That would make it tie in a little bit cleaner, I think, with that idea. But, you know, we went from like click, click, click on each one of those little asteroids that are now like, you can barely see them, to now the entire screen is being overwhelmed by the size of the lasers that are being sent out. Moon buff scale for planet breaker for breaker radius. Probably that one. All right, which means that we need to get more moons, if you would. It's interesting because your breaker becomes less and less part of the. Oh, we're like getting the entire screen. Some of these, but your breaker becomes less and less the primary damage dealer, but it's becoming more and more the director of agency. Things don't happen on their own. You cause something to happen, but all right, that was fun. All right, and we are doing just a single one again, and this will get us. I didn't see what tier. Yeah, I don't know what tier it is, but we can get percent damage, moon buff scale for breaker speed, probably that one. Moon buff scale for breaker radius, another one. That one, done. Maybe we can get the entire screen. That'd be cool. I can't get to the moons as fast as the lasers are destroying them. Do I get the moons when... Well, I can't even tell. I can't tell what's going on. It's fine. It's more fun this way. Oh, what I was thinking about Vampire Survivors. The very first Vampire Survivors stream video I watched was a lady basically playing through, and she wanted to see what happened if she maxed out one of the items. It's the one that makes like a laser shoot out from you. I don't remember which item that is. Anyways, so she maxed that out, and then there's the post max upgrade in Vampire Survivors where you can just keep leveling up that item. And so she ended up with the entire screen. She had no idea where she was, and I was like, oh. Anyways, obviously I've done that since then, but it was so cool at the time. So session timer upgrade, those are really the cornerstones we're going for. So let's do that one. It's fine. It didn't matter whether we did that one. Oh, it did matter. No, this one and this one are the same. Okay. Go. Do. We're basically just only going to get one per. Trying to get the comets so I can do max damage. All right, keep going. It's interesting. Sometimes you go without the laser for a little while, and then you're like, what? Why is it so slow? Why do I not hear any noises? And again, it's just you're changing the context of the game. All right. That one is supernova radius. This one is moon buff scale for breaker speed. Actually, I probably could have done that one. Whatever. And then a comet shower. That's good. All right, so kind of, it's still as chaotic, but I can kind of tell what's going on more, and so we're getting right about to the point where they're going to need to change the context of the game again on me. And so far, they've done an excellent job of, before I figure out everything that's going on, they're changing the context. And I know I'm talking a lot about the mechanics and how things are going in the back end, but I'm leaving twice as many questions unsaid as I'm attempting to even answer with how things are working. So, they're doing a good job of keeping me off my toes, right? Like right there, we got 400. So we could, oh, this is a 300. Never mind. We'll do that one. Yeah. Okay, we are not ticking as fast as I would expect. For having gotten that upgrade that increases the ticking speed. It's really cool. I really like that noise. The sound design on this is great. I would like to see... I guess the music's okay. Music kind of fades in the background though. And it would be more interesting if it integrates... I mean, it's I'm picking at splinters here. I'm not picking at big things. But it'd be interesting if the music integrated more into the game as opposed to just being there because we need to have music. I don't know how you do that. I'm not telling you I know. I'm just saying that would be the next stage of development, is if you could make it something that supports what's happening in the game, rather than you have to have something because being silent would be weird. All right, now at a time. One more. Oh, we didn't get any that time. This one's 700. This one is 700. These two are 500. Okay. So when I said we're going to need another dozen, I meant a dozen and a half. It's like when I buy a dozen eggs and I buy the one with 3 rows so I get 18 eggs. I don't care. It's still a dozen eggs because it comes in 1 pack. That's the rule. Nobody can convince me otherwise. Sorry, I say that, and I'm like, you know, I kind of teach math sometimes. I mean, statistically, within a range of accuracy values, you know, I touch statistics. Statistics isn't real math, right? So I can say things like 18 is a dozen. I mean, it's statistically true in certain contexts. All right, that was 800 that time. No, we have 800. But we're getting about 400 per now. Okay, so laser width or star mass. Probably star mass. Because we're destroying everything as fast as we can, so I'm not worried about that part. Having more to destroy would be good. It's all purple stars now, though, again. Although I think one of those is indigo. Some of the stars are indigo. Boo. Such a good noise. That's a good noise. What was that game I was playing where, what game was that? It wasn't Master of Orion. It was like one particular box noise was fantastic and I loved it. I have to go look through my game history. Oh, it's one of the monsters in Moonlighter. When you hit them, it's one of the armor monsters. It just makes an excellent thunk noise. And that one armor that you hit, that was well made, well crafted sound. Okay, 700. Let's go ahead and get the 700 one. And then maybe 5 more runs. I'm not seeing anything changing, which tells me that they ran out of context to break, which is fine. I know that they had, I did catch enough that he's got a deadline. He had a very specific goal. And I know that he just released the thing this morning. I didn't watch the whole thing because I didn't want to spoiler this game if there were spoilers in it. But I know that he's very excited about how this game has operated. He has given himself enough overhead that he can experiment and progress, and that's very cool. It's very, like I said, I like to see people's success. I like to see people succeed. That's literally my job, is to help people succeed. But all right, 500 session timer. Realistically, session timer is not going to help too much, I don't think. Although I could have that entirely backwards. Well, that was a cool one. I totally lost track of what I was saying. Oh, so point is that they had a self-intended goal of can they release this, and it's interesting to me because one of the things that like academics don't understand is that it's not about game design, it's not about programming, it's not about do you understand the theory, oh, we've hit the milestone. So that's the, oh, we won. You've unlocked additional game modes. Play epilogue, absolutely. Thanks for playing our game. Oh, hello. There's more. What did I just say about context and there are upending expectations? Contravening. Okay. Upgrade asteroids to planets. What is going on? Let's do it. I want to see. I want to see all the things. I'm not even going to the other game modes yet, although we will. T is probably mad that I'm not in there enjoying a coffee and breakfast with her. But the things, all the stuffs. So this is especially if they're, well, sorry, what do I say? The academics, they think that like you have to get it right. No, you don't have to get it right. I mean, it would be nice if you got it right, but the vast majority of the time, it is a set of trade-offs between practical and reality, and you have to make the appropriate trade-offs. And I've been trying so hard to. I want to see an academic program that knows that and recognizes that and trains that, and I think that's the thing that's, oh, we got a quadrillion, means we get this one, and now we can focus on these endgame ones. Cool. Supernova % damage. Oh, does that mean that it's going to do 100% damage to everything in this? green, basically. So let's go find out. No, not quite. It must be 100% of its own damage. Or it's just some arbitrary value and percentages don't mean percentages. It's like the chance that it's going to rain. I don't buy whatever they say. I don't think that those are actually the numbers that they're presenting. No matter how many times I try to... Oh, hey, there's another... We got more milestones, baby. There is an epilogue. This is... Oh, man. Subverting expectations one after another. That's what they should call this. A game about subverting expectations. That's what they could call the DLC. Make a DLC. A DLC about subverting expectations. Alright, we got 900 trillion, so we can get one of these. Which one? Electric star critical damage. Upgrade planets to stars. Upgrade asteroids to planets. Star mass. Star size. Probably star size. Breaker speed is kind of cool. Laser width. Breaker critical. Let's do that one. What? It didn't collect it, so we can just keep doing them. Oh my. So it is Vampire Survivors. They already had the thought. They're like, okay, this is. I'm sorry that you didn't get on any of the lists. 100%. This is the game of the year. I don't care. This is short. This is not my favorite game ever. I don't know what that would be. I don't think I have one. But you know, this isn't enough to make me sit down and go, I'm gonna play this game every day forever. But for every moment that I've been playing this, I have enjoyed myself. And that's as much as you can ask. I don't remember the last game I played. Well, that's not true. I play games like that all the time. I'm enjoying almost every game I'm playing. But there's always something. But this one, I've never felt like I know exactly what's going on. We bought this one, Star Size. And oh, it does. It has a 2 out of 10. Okay. Okay. So it's not infinite, but still. Let's see. I don't know. It's all so exciting now. Which one's gonna get us the most money? Star mass plus 3%. That's it. Breaker speed. Let's do that. Oh, do. Laser width 3. Why did I have 3? Okay, let's go. Okay, laser width is not really that important. But it sure looks cool. I mean, once you get above a certain size, you're not really hitting it much more. But yeah, nice. Ew. Okay, there's that, we can go up to higher milestones. I thought I was done. Right when I think I'm done, they drag me right back in again. I already said that, but still. This is definitely worth playing over Dragon Quest. I'm enjoying Dragon Quest 2, but out of time. What do we got? We got 1.13 quadrillion, so we can grab a couple of upgrades. Let's just start here. We're gonna do the top left one, so I don't have to think that much. If we have the top left one, and then we're gonna go like that, we'll just upgrade in that order. I don't feel like I'm getting much going on this time, but there we go. Now we got stuff going. Should I focus on... What I need to focus on is keeping the comet active, because that's a lot more damage. Ew. Yes. All right. It is starting to slow down though. I gotta be honest. I'm still enjoying it. It's net positive. But the secret is when I start thinking to myself, I have been sitting here for a while. That's maybe the cue that okay. Done. Okay, right. We're just gonna cycle through like that. Okay, each round is 39 seconds now. Pew. I can just play this all day, I think. Maybe it will. Maybe I will play this all day. Trying to think. I haven't done a 24-hour stream in a really long time. I did them more last time I was streaming on Twitch. That was like, what, 10 years ago? $1.65. Okay, so these are... And there's nothing else, right? Just making sure I'm not missing something. Nope. Okay. That's 6 out of 10. There's not a lot of planets anymore, though. I mean, obviously. Well, and you know what's interesting, though, is that the planets are coming back. So there is some sort of internal hanky-panky going on with the numbers. I don't actually want to know what the numbers are. I can... But we should see fewer planets now because I'm making so many stars. But look, we are making a lot more stars, which means we're getting a lot more lasers. We're getting a lot more supernovas. We should be getting a ton more money this term. It was 1.65 last time, right? So this time it is 2.5. Nope, 1.75. Okay. 1 quadrillion. And then upgrades asteroids to planets. It's fine. That's so fun. It feels good. It's just, it's responsive. Everything feels like what you'd expect it to feel like once you kind of get the... So there's a lot of language in games, right? When you set up expectations. You set up iconography, and the iconography took a little bit to kind of understand in this one. But, I mean, I've only been playing for 2.5 hours. And I've got it down. And, you know, I would never play a game like this for 2.5 hours straight, except for the fact that it's a stream. I'd bounce between other tasks, and I'd do this in between, and, like, maybe I'd write a little bit and then come back and do this. But there's only 3 types of damage, unless they subverted expectations again. We got 1.8 flare. So yeah, we're getting a little bit more every round. Yeah, doop. Star mass, okay. Plus 3%. And we're just going, doing our stuff. Enjoying the grind. Not really a grind. It is a grind. It isn't really. It's the game. This is the game. The game is the grind. And I'm okay with that. I should probably check and see what the other game modes are. I feel bad that I haven't done that yet. Like, is there something better? Are they just hoping that I go to the other thing, but they're... Oh, I keep forgetting to keep the comment active. Kind of zoning out a little bit. I'm also moving too fast. That was a really long one. Was that really long? I felt like really long. Does it tell us? Breaker damage. 42. Stars destroyed. Moons collected. Time added 9. It was only 9. Okay. There's 9. There's 5. So we're getting fewer asteroids and way more of all these. Nice. Also, where is this? This is like something out of the Zeely saga. This is Stephen Baxter's, you know, galactic apocalypse, sort of. It's kind of a universal apocalypse, where the Zeely and the baryonic birds are fighting. throwing stars into black holes to toss at each other. All while a nice, chill, lo-fi soundtrack goes on in the background. Alright, that's 10. We have maxed that one out. Although it's got a price still. Alright, let's see. Let's go. So we're increasing the size of these guys, but we're not doing any more damage. So I don't know that it's gonna continually increase the. Although what we're doing now is this is all the stars that they're ever going to be. But we're going to increase the number of planets here shortly, which means that we'll maintain our max moons more easily. Which maybe won't mean that much. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I think it would be interesting if the upgrade to time was actually decreasing the round stage time. 39 seconds feels a little too long to me. Personal opinion, that's all. But oh, that is the 10th upgrade. Now we're max. Okay. Now we're at max stars. That's such fun. It's like all the fun of thermonuclear warfare without any of the cleanup. You know, sorry, depending on how things go, that joke might age poorly. Just in the next 6 months. It's such black humor. Sorry. Not that sorry. I will be sorry. Oofta. Alright. How many cycles do you think we're doing? Because, okay, so we have 80 more upgrades. That was 1.95. 2. Breaker critical damage bonus. Electric star critical damage bonus. Alright. But each one of these, theoretically... Oh man, these are massive stars. That's because that one upgrade is star size. It's only 3%, but it feels like it's making them huge. Look at that. We really are just wrecking the screen. Some definite Vampire Survivors. Craziness? Shenanigans, that's the word. Vampire Survivor shenanigans. Vampire shenanigans. But I've been working on a project for work for months now. It was really only like maybe a week's worth of work, but I didn't want to think. My brain's kind of hurt. I got sick in there. There's just a bunch of stuff. So it took me about a month and a half. I scheduled myself way more time than I needed, which, you know, I have the luxury to do. It's one of the things I realized is that they pay me to think. So the more I'm thinking and not doing, the more I'm actually doing my job. That was a nice realization one day. Anyway, so I just finished that. It's not perfect. It's got some serious rough draft vibe going to it. But it's real, it's human, it's not AI. I wrote every word of it. So my class is prepped for the spring. And now I'm trying to figure out what to do. I hate revising, especially if I just wrote it. I kind of want, I don't want to spend hours and hours working on something that nobody's gonna like. And I'm kind of thinking these things because I know that, Aarimous and his buddy just made this game, right? And they know they're onto something. They can feel it, but will the market respond? And obviously the market did, so I can positively respond like that. But suppose they were going to already start working on a DLC. They don't know what parts of the game everybody's going to like yet. And so some people thrive under that. I don't. I really don't like that. Okay, there was 3 upgrades. I really don't like that that feeling of, is this really what I should be doing with my time? I panic, I freeze up, and so I need to go do some editing. But I think instead I'm just going to spend all day playing video games and thinking through what the best approach would be. Again, more planning is better planning in this case. My students are going to be fine. They're going to love it. It's going to sound so cocky, but at this point, my worst effort that I'm willing to let go, my standards are high enough that even if I felt like I was slacking, if I let it out the door, it's still going to be higher quality than most professors would do. That sounds so cocky. I'm sorry. But it is the case. Now, I might be technically wrong, and that terrifies me, but in terms of at least you tried, I definitely tried hard. You're gonna start making things happen. There you go. Yeah, this is just a nice game. I mean, I'm enjoying. I've normally by this point, right? This isn't Disgaea endgame where you're still got 90% of the game. We're definitely in the wrapping things up phase, but I'm just enjoying it. This nice. I know exactly what's gonna happen next. I'm waiting for my next batch of expectations version. I gotta remember to keep getting those comments. We are getting higher because we were down here before. You. Star Mass. This doesn't seem to be doing too much. But at the same token, we only need 2 more. That would be good. Okay, get some planets. Come on, there you go. I do like games like this where there's no setup. Don't plan things ahead of time. Just do. Like what's that game? My Suika with the dropping the balls into the jar. Man, I love that game, but I hate the fact that like you actually do have to plan, and I don't plan that fast on my feet. I mean, I kind of do, but not in the way that they want you to plan. It's like it's both a game I'm fantastic at and terrible at the same time. Maybe I should play Blotro. This is making me want to play Blotro. Actually, I bought a bunch of games along this lines. Bollock's Pit, Clover Pit, Inscription. There we go. That one's done, and they've got a third one on top of that. Cool. Star Size. That one's going to be crazy. Anyways, I got a bunch of games that I'm going to be playing through here in the next little bit. We'll see how that goes. I've still got. I'm sorry. I'm just running through all the things. My brain has turned off, and it's just kind of cycling through everything that I'm doing right now. So if you aren't aware, in the mornings I've been sick. Sorry, it sounds so not like sick, not like Tiny Tim sick. Just winter creeping crud sort of sick, and I've been sleeping weird, so I've been getting up at, like, normally I go to bed around 6 a.m. And lately I've been getting up around 6 a.m. going to bed at like 10 p.m. So depending on when I'm up, if it's early in the morning, like right in this time period, I've been streaming Dragon Quest, the HD 2D remake. Nice. And then in the afternoon, I'm trying to see what's so awesome about Hollow Knight that has Star Magic excited. She's all Hollow Knight all the time lately, except for when she does Dead Cells or Shovel Knight lately. But she's been playing with T. She's been bullying T into playing, which T hasn't played a game since Street Fighter 2 came out, which is just funny. She's like, I'm not good at this. I don't want to play this. Why are you making me play this? Here, you do it. We listen in the other room. It's awesome. And then in the evenings, I've been kind of doing just 4X. That might be done. I have a now that I don't have as much work to do, I might have time to do Minecraft again. The problem with Minecraft, of course, is that I play modded, which means that if I play modded, star size 9 to 10. Oofta. Okay, these are gonna be big stars. Oh, they are big stars. You're a big boy, aren't you? So, I don't remember what I was saying, but, oh, modded Minecraft, right? So I leave it running all the time, and that means that I kind of only do Minecraft when I've got Minecraft running, and I don't want to be just a Minecraft streamer anymore. It's not that I don't like Minecraft, it's not that I don't enjoy Minecraft, it's just that I don't think I can do only Minecraft for long periods of time. For those of you that are new, 10 years ago, I was a basically only Minecraft streamer for, I don't know, about 5 years. I was doing 3 to 8 hour streams. I did every day for about a year and a half. Was my longest streak, and it was too much. Done. Okay, it was too much. I gotta. Oof. This is fun. See, now this I can live with. This is fun. This feels real weird too. Remember I was saying if I feel? How often do you get a feel in a game? It's shooting it outside the edges. Are they actually interacting with each other? Like, they're pushing each other. I was not expecting that. There's some physics. There is some physics. Look at how small some of the stars are in comparison. That's madness. But and then I also want to make that network game. This one is really might do exactly what I needed to do in terms of teaching. Man, I gotta think about it. Not while I'm playing. I can't think enough while I'm playing. Star size 13, breaker speed. Okay, so we got 5 upgrades. 5 upgrades that turn. We might. I already got. Oh man, I can't see. What's going on? Clear the whole thing out. That's madness. Madness! This is awesome. Okay, I'm really enjoying this now. I'm glad I did this epilogue. I'm glad I played this game. I'm glad I picked this up. This is you did a good job. I know you said that you knew you had something special, and I think we can all be humble enough and aware enough that there's a certain amount of luck. And what's fun, okay, so I'm sorry. This is really like if this was the size of our star, some of our nearest neighbors are this size out here. Like if Sol is this size right here of the size 1, then the size 10s really are some of our stellar neighbors. I didn't move enough. I was busy trying to show a thing. But I think we can all be humble enough to know that, you know, if you come up with a good idea, four upgrades that time. That's our max breaker speed. That it's chance, it's luck, right? Like you can be good and things can be pure chance based. It's the way the world works, right? But it was nice that you recognized that you had a good concept and you had the skills to make it. It's good there. That's high craft. That's high craft. That's what that is. Good job. I get a kick out of how I'm talking to Aarimous like one of my students. Like, okay, here's what you did. Here's how you did this. Here's how you need to evaluate your own work. Oh, we got another milestone. That 9 dumps? Wow, we didn't think someone would actually beat the epilogue. Head over to the main menu, play some of the additional. No. One more time. Keep going, baby. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I mean, like, look at. I like the extremes. There was when I was in high school science fiction, not science fiction, computer science, and I want to track this video down, but it was basically the teacher didn't know how to teach recursion, I guess, or he thought it was as clever as I did, but there was this movie, and it was how recursion works. I remember it being like a PBS science special or something, though. Anyways, at the end of the movie, it plays the entire movie again. Maybe it was a movie about fractals. I don't remember. It was something. But it plays the whole movie again, but at, like, 160% speed. And then at the end of that, it plays it again, but at 160% that speed. So it replays the movie over and over and over again, and every time it's faster. Until, you know, it's only a couple of frames long at the very end. And I remember he just looked at me so weird when I was like, can we watch the whole thing? I want to watch the whole thing at extreme ludicrous speeds. He was like, no, we're not doing that. If the base movie itself was exactly one class length long, and I wanted to stay after to watch the same movie, but at slightly faster speed, he was like, no, I got lunch. I'm going to lunch. Go away. I mean, he was kind of a nerd. So when you take the one nerd professor, I bet you he's not around anymore. He was pretty old then. I should look him up, see if he's still around. I'd go visit him. It was where would that have been? It was Mr. Steuben. Said I've been out in Virginia. Oh, we got another milestone. No, I want to get this done. Don't tell me how to play my game. So do I have to do that every time I get? There's no more. That's funny. So it's yet another expectation subversion that they're just like, stop playing the game now. They make it seem like there's going to be an infinite level progression. Infinite progression would be awesome. That's the thing, is that once the player and the game maker have kind of made a contract, right? Like a social contract, we've negotiated the fact that I'm okay with ludicrosity. That's the word. Ludicrosity. Just go for it, man. Just make it crazy. So basically what he's saying here is there's only so much money you're allowed to make per round. That's all I want to do. I just want to clear this out. That's it. Also, I get a kick out of it. I get plus that noise. You're gonna make me start over somewhere, and I don't want to get rid of the noise. You're still with me. This is fantastic. This is definitely worth. I might even play it again. I don't play games. Well, I do, but like Dragon Quest, right? It's been 30 years since I played it last time. We're gonna beat it. Yep. Okay. One more time. Oh, and those are the. All right, one more time. Is it worth it to even try those big ones? It's like the lasers from the small ones will take them out. I guess I might have been playing this wrong. I should be aiming for the smallest laser one I can find. But you know, it's like Katamari Damacy. At a certain point, you can't see all the little things down below you. You're literally sucking up Okay, is this it? Nice. Okay. That's it. Done. There's no more to do. Let's get to the end credits again. Because this is probably as fast as going through the menu, I say so confidently. don't feel like it's happening as fast this time. I'm not getting any laser stars. Maybe it's supernova stars. I don't know. Am I not going to beat it? That's funny. I did all of them. There we go. Okay. There's all of them. All right. Andy, Aarimous, and Corey Thornady. All right. Main menu. Also, I like just be human, right? Like right there, they're talking to us. Them, the developers, are playing to us like the players we are. All right. Quick play. Fun and quick mode that will last about 30 minutes. Mini challenge mode. All the upgrades are connected in a grid. How fast can you beat this mode? The line is speedrun mode with minimal randomness. Break fast, beat your time. Zen mode. No timer, no upgrades. Just break 10,000 asteroids. Roguelike. Testing on Steam beta branch. Oh, that's right. He was talking about that. Giant grid. Oh, they've got ideas. I don't know that I like any of these ideas. The base game was enough for me. Quick play mode. I don't know that we're going to do this for very long. Oh, wait. Hold on. Play. Give me something more. Like, yeah. How do I go from what I was at to this? I don't think I can. Out of time. We got $4. All right. Number of asteroids. 2050. Oh, each one of these. Oh, okay. Each one of the asteroids. Well, why do I want more? Oh, right, because I can double. This takes a lot more thought. I can't talk while I'm doing it. We got $9. All right, and then we can get breaker damage. Yes, that's the one we want. Okay. So this one will be doot. Oh. This is faster. Okay. Fun. Yeah, maybe I'm having fun still. I mean, it's not as straightforward. Comet spawn chance. Session timer. Breaker radius. That's the one. Oh, I had an extra upgrade I could have gotten. What's interesting is they probably think about it as a game about putting the asteroids in the hole. Size 0 to 5, as opposed to before it was 0 to 10. Whereas we think of it much more about the stars. Chance to spawn electric asteroids. Whatever. I'm just going to click on upgrades. I'm not going to worry about it too much. It didn't do much. But we think about it as putting stars in the hole because that's what we spend way more time doing. But they probably spent way more time on this screen. And once they got all of that squared away, then the other stuff kind of became easy. Okay, so we've already got comets spawning. Is worth continuing. I'm still having more fun than if I was not playing. That's my metric right now. Breaker speed, yes, and session timer. That's fine. And session timer again. I think you want to keep the short sessions, although that Zen mode is kind of interesting. I don't know that I like it. We'll see. We got a comment. Okay. It doesn't matter if we're still at one break each. Number of asteroids, done. Oh. Well, that worked well, didn't it? Oh, right. We're not spawning new asteroids yet. All right. What's next? $50. More asteroids. Asteroid size. Add time or spawn when the black hole grows. Spawn new asteroids when asteroid is destroyed. Done. All of those. I'm not seeing. Oh, I just saw one pop up. out of time. Yeah, I'm out. I'm out. I'm not interested in this one anymore. Main menu. Play. What else do we got? Next. Mini challenge mode. What does this one do? Oh, we have to start with this. I don't like this part. Where we have to sit there and we got 7 on the first time this time. So everything's in a grid. It says. Ugh. Nope, I'm out. I'm not interested in that. Nope, main menu. I might come back and play these, but in one sitting, maybe it's a bit much. I do want to see the line. Let's see. Well, I do want to see. Let's give them all a try and just see what we've unlocked, and then I might be done. The breaker is so small. You gotta really zoom in on what you're doing. Okay, yeah, you just breaker damage. Do. Each one costs 1 in line. And that's it. Okay, maybe we'll try this one, see what happens. I didn't even see what I bought. But I'm a lot faster. Oh, they weren't shaded. That's actually the breaker radius. Okay, well, actually, I like this one. Paradox of choice is reduced. Just click one of them. Let's see what happens if we play this a little bit. I'm actually enjoying this one. Out of time. Only size 3. Okay, and this one is breaker damage. Sure. All right, so we can't quite spam it as much as we did the first one, but it's fine. Okay, out of time. $52. Breaker radius again. I'm actually really thinking this through. Where do I go? Yep, I missed one. 46. Breaker radius again. How many is this? Out of 10. Okay. Need more damage. Trying to kind of keep an eye out on... Oh, I missed one. I missed one click. 73. Okay. Damage. That's the one. Would be an interesting one would be one where it does, for every upgrade you buy, it does a bunch of upgrades in the background, or a randomization one where it randomly, you don't get to pick what the upgrades are. You literally just are buying upgrade A for $15 and it's just randomized. Number of asteroids. Spawn when the black holes grows. We haven't made the black hole grow at all, so not gonna worry about that. Oh, I booked it. Booked it again. Oh, black hole grew. There we go. Got to size 1. Tiny black hole. Upgrades. Breaker radius. Session timer. Time added when black hole grows. Or we'll go ahead and just do the one on the left. Every time. I gotta stop thinking through so much. What I am thinking about is now that I'm ready for the next semester. I gotta start thinking about the semester after that. There's a summer camp. It was a lot last year. Wonder whatever happened to those kids. They're probably still there, but it was at a school I don't actually teach at. They just wanted me to come in and help them out with stuff. And so there was one kid in particular that was kind of annoying. And it makes me wonder, is he still there? Did he get kicked out? Do kids still think he's clever? Does he think he's clever? He'd be like, no, man, I was never like that. I like this faster when it's better. Or I like it better when it's faster, sorry. What was that, 73? 62. Upgrades. I haven't made it grow again, have I? Yeah, this is definitely... When they talk about having Zen mode, I can buy it. I can definitely buy it. I just kind of get in there and just go and do. Breaker radius, again. I'm really enjoying this. I don't feel like that very often. Maybe I'll see if T might like this one. Make her play it instead of Hollow Knight. Really upset Star Magic. Okay, we are well into the next tier. Upgrades and then total session timer. There's got to be, like, you could also do... There's lots of things you could change about this. Like, you could change the pattern. It doesn't all have to be in a circle, right? You could change the way the gravity works so that instead of a circle, it's going to go in like a clover leaf. You could change it so it's like it goes in anything spirograph. Just think about what a spirograph does. Those patterns, those would be gold. You could start throwing in things that weren't asteroids, like I don't know, llamas or something. You could make black holes of black holes. It's black holes all the way down. All those things. Oh, I saw those pop up. Okay, 127 that time. And we have breaker damage. Done. Alright, I don't know that that's going to do much because it was only a 20%. Oh, maybe it did. Why? It didn't grow. I almost emptied out the field. What happened there? Also, why? What? I want to see what happens when I get to the end of this linear thing. Maybe it's because in the last one where it didn't grow, I didn't have enough yellow ones in the original field. Breaker radius. This feels better. I don't think I would suggest changing it at the beginning, but this does feel more fun. Right here, where you've got the ability to grab a little bit more control. And the timer, it's always perfect for, like, you think you're almost gonna I almost get it, and then you don't. It's nice, it's good. I'm just waiting for the game about feeding a black hole fanfic. The official novelization of the game, a game about feeding a black hole. Wow, that was a good one right there. That was satisfying. Got like 8. So I think one of the things I would also suggest is, I know when I was watching the video today, it said, you know, he knows how to make these games. He's been successful at making one of these games before. You can't go down that road, because it's like trying to capture lightning in a bottle twice. You did it once, great, move on to something else. I mean, maybe you do make another game that's very similar in this vein, but it's not going to be a series of constant hits. Or maybe it is, but that's luck based, not skill based. And if you base your self-worth on whether or not that's going to happen, it's what you really need is, okay, do we, oh well, we said we're going to start on the left. I'm not getting enough damage for this to or enough money for this to really feel like it's going to continue on real well, but I can get the size 2 asteroids in one hit now. Nice. I'm missing a bunch because I'm expecting to have to wait. Oh, so close. All right, now what? More damage. Done. Can I get it? Can I get it? Can I get it? Yes! I got them all. No achievement for that, though. There needs to be an achievement for that. Maybe everybody gets it eventually. But it's a nice moment when you do, so... Oh, and speed just increased. Maybe it didn't count because it didn't go in the hole before the time ran out. Yeah, this mode needs a little bit more help because I'm clearing everything out. Breaker radius, or yeah, what you said, left side. All right. As I'm sitting there waiting. That's funny. All right. We've got 3 seconds to wait. All right. This one might be a bust. This might be a bust. Might be a bust. Just this mode. The main game was still fantastic. I'm willing to give this mode a little bit of time because the main game was fantastic. Definitely need to figure out how you're going to get your Vampire Survivors energy out of it, though. Like I said, if you... So, like, every one-hit wonder out there, you don't want to go and say hit 1,000% of your expectations, because then when you come back and hit 100% of your expectations the next time, it feels like a failure. And I'm a little worried that that's kind of what oh, I didn't need to do that. I can beat everything with one. Well, that's fine. So, yeah, I would make the games you're enjoying, not the games that you think are going to sell or that you think you have an expertise or you've cornered the market on. There's always somebody else. The market is fickle. It's not worth it to try and display expertise in that context. I just don't see it ever working out for anybody. And companies have spent billions of dollars trying to make that happen. You know, look at Notch. Right, Notch isn't any good. I'm sorry, that sounds so bad. He's worth. He's a human being. I'm not saying he's a bad person. You can say that if you want. I'm not. That's not what my point. My point is that he made Minecraft and he thought he was a good game designer, but he wasn't. He was just lucky. He was a lucky game designer. And so, oh hey, that's a good one. We wanted a number of asteroids a while ago. Whoops. But that was definitely our limiting factor. So Notch made his Minecraft, and then he tried to make the like Scrolls game, and he tried to make the other one. The guy who made RuneScape, right? He's making another RuneScape, Josh Drive Hayes just did a video of it, and he's trying to make RuneScape again, but not RuneScape. It's something. It's definitely different. It's a different game, even though everything's exactly the same because he only knows one thing. And it's not that he's a good game designer. It's that he happened to release the game that he made in the time period that he was. If you want to be a good game designer, it's not you make a viral hit game. It's that you consistently make a game that's enough for you to live on. The people that do. Oh, we left one that time. I don't know. I'm just bloviating, I guess. Just I get nervous about people who. It's like I've got a student. He might even watch this. I'm talking about you. M. And he's been promoted too many times. It's all there is to it. He's smart, he's clever, he's capable, he's competent, but being promoted that many times in a row, as many times as he's been promoted, he's too high in the organization for where he's at. I didn't need to increase the session timer at all. It's going to cause him grief because it makes him think that he's more qualified than he is, and he's fantastic. He's great. He's great at what he does. I was going to call him a kid. He's not a kid. He's a dude. He's just some guy, and he's good at what he does, but he's not that good. There's always a market. There's always something there that's trying to take everything from you, and for him to just think that he's good because of where, man, it's rough. It's real hard to think that he's just going to consistently keep getting the promotions that he's been getting. It was entirely situational what happened to get him to where he is, and for him to assume that situation is going to continue is a weird non healthy approach, I guess. So the same thing happens with games. That's all I'm getting at. I'm kind of rambling now. I'll probably reach the end of my stream just because I'm starting to ramble about games, but I want to see what happens if I beat this. It's that fallacy of success, that because you succeeded once, you're destined to succeed again. No, it sounds bad. It's just luck, right? Like people who win their first fight, you always win your first fight, pure unadulterated luck, unless you were like a sumo wrestler fighting a little old lady. It was luck. It was pure unadulterated luck. You could have just as easily have walked in there and tripped because the lights were too bright and you weren't expecting it. You could have just as easily walked in there and just vomited all over and then lost because of a technical reason. You could have just as easily have not known one of the rules and made an innocent mistake that lost you from a technical foul reason. There's so many reasons why you can't guarantee you that your first success was skill. That assuming skill leads to more mistakes. I don't know if I've got a solution here. Just, the guy that was making this game, Aarimous, I would suggest that he just make the game that he wants. He said he's got a few years set aside that he can just live off the earnings, which I would be terrible at. That terrifies me. I would be terrible at living on my current earnings. That's crazy. I can't. I got the money. I'm gonna go spend it. But anyways, I don't remember my point was. My point was, just make the games that you like. I know I like the plan. I heard him say that he wants to see if he and his partner can. Oh, that was 5 seconds early. He and his partner can make a game just like this, but faster. Okay, I like that plan. I don't love that plan because it has its own potential weaknesses, but I like it. I like the plan. Do that, and then figure out how to abstract the idea of this kind of game into your own stylization, right? And no matter what kind of game you make, we got to the third tier. Nice. Then no matter what kind of game you're making, you can always do something. Oh, almost got all of them in the third. Oh, sorry, second tier. All right, and that breaker speed, max that one out. Okay, so this really is just a little mini adventure. A tenth as many upgrades. Our breaker is going so fast. It feels so fast. All right, that was only... We might not be able to get to the 3rd tier, or the 4th tier, whatever it is. 3 out of 3. The first time, because it so much depends on the luck of what asteroids actually show up. All right, add time when the black hole grows. Don't really care about that so much, but it's fine. Anyways, point is, I guess I don't know. I guess what the rule that I would be following is success after a big success is always about retrenchment, and there we go, increase the number of asteroids. Now we'll definitely get up to the next tier. Is always about making conservative decisions. You wanna approach things not with a cocky attitude, which I don't think he's got. I'm not trying to accuse him of anything. I'm just rambling. I should probably stop rambling. That's how you get in trouble. I need to go drink some more coffee. And then I'll be happy and cheerful and chipper again. Okay, that should be a tier 2, right? 2 out of 3, whatever it is. Yeah, okay. Upgrades. Number of asteroids, that's a good one to get. And maybe we can beat it now? Nope, we need more asteroids. You need a, can I end session? Yeah, that took way more time. Oh, it just gives us okay, that took more time than just waiting it out. And it gave us the exact same outcome. Okay, 100 asteroids. Asteroid mass. We need that one. I might actually have, Okay, so, you know, I'm still playing. I'm still enjoying this. It is not as much fun as the first time through, but it's definitely got something. I don't know that I would play the first one through. There's got to be something. I don't know what, but this is definitely an enjoyable process. Very, very pleased with this. Upgrades. Asteroid size. That's one we need. And asteroid spawned when the black hole grows. That's another one we needed. There we go. I still break it all in one hit, but we definitely aren't going to be sitting around at 0. I don't think. Maybe we will. Maybe I'm just not very good. Speaking of cocky, maybe I think I'm too good. I'm too good for this game. Anyways, that's why I was talking about a parasocial relationship. I'm just chatting like I'm somebody. This is a very enjoyable game, and I was maybe enjoying myself too much, a little too loose with the chatting for the entire thing. It's okay. Oh, this is looking a little promising. Yeah, it's also funny because I can see how they think in terms of proportions of the max, whereas I think in terms of systems that can grow unbounded. Not any particular reason, just I know that I think that way. All right. Yeah, we'll take that one, and we'll take that one. And this one should be... Ooh, can we do it in one hit? No, these take 2 hits. Nice. That's a good sign. Not really, but good enough sign. I wonder if we're making more or less money. I mean, if it was every single one required 2 hits now, it means we were doing half as many. But if it was going from a size 3 to a size 4, and we're still ending it. That was just a bad run, I think. Yeah, because that's only a 2. All right, upgrades. Need 981, 691, and 193. That's fine. Anyways, if we have, well, see, okay, here's they did lose my trust on one thing, and that is that the numbers don't seem to mean anything. I mean, we just want numbers go up, and they did an excellent job of, it feels like a very continuous curve of power curve progression, and I can see that, you know, I've played games like this a few times, so I know I've just always got to be getting it in the right spot. So I'm kind of optimizing my play, not because I'm fantastic at games like this. I am kind of bad. There was a free game I was playing online a little while ago. I could not figure out how to get past one spot. It was where like a boss would come in and you would take damage from being near the boss, and I just couldn't get him to go bad. It was like Great Keeper, or that other one I played, Minute something, where there's a boss, but I couldn't. There we go. Okay, that's all of them, right? So we should be able to beat it, or can you not beat this version, this mode? I do like this. This is like Katamari Damacy, some of the stages. That would be an interesting... Oh, there we go. We hit the milestone. All right. Complete the line mode. All right. That's going to do it for me, I think. Press kit. I'll click on that later. So, this has been a game about feeding a black hole. What was the... it doesn't tell us. It was Aarimous and... Sorry, I can't remember the name of the other guy, but strongly recommend you check out Aarimous' channel. It's just youtube.com/Aarimous, Aarimous, I think. And it is less about good game design and more about how to run a game studio. And again, like, I can't guarantee that I agree with everything that he says, because, you know, that's just a weird bar to set. He says a lot of things that make me go, yes, I'm glad somebody is saying that. That is a good thing to say. Those are excellent lessons to try to put out there in the world. So I'm very pleased with that. Right now, I think he's at a tricky place where he's just had a huge success. And so if he is successful, he'll go back to his, the things that made him successful. And if he's not successful, it'll change how he approaches everything. And that'll be a negative. But for right now, definitely worth going checking out his channel and seeing what he's got going. Yep. So until next time, I'll catch you on the flippity flop.